Hello.
Hello, Danielita.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Good. How are you?
Good. Painted this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna paint this afternoon. This painting that was kind of left hanging from last week. The thing is, we couldn't paint it last week because we had a workshop
Yeah.
that I think went well. I think went pretty well, and we thought we were gonna be able to do some videos after the workshop, and no, I was very tired.
Yeah, I think you thought,
I thought
but
I'm an
I
idiot.
knew that it was going to be a lot. So,
Yeah. So, no, and I had to get ready for I had to finish painting the paintings that I was doing for the workshop,
mm-hmm.
because it was a very short workshop in terms of hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt bad. I actually felt that I needed to put an extra hour every day, and I ended up doing
Two.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 extra hours every day. Um, but even with that, most of the extra hours on the sort of tail end of the workshop were used for probably like an hour and a half, an hour and 45. Were used to speak about what people were doing during that time.
Mm-hmm. Like
But
commentary?
yeah, like comments, critiques.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, talking while painting and while talking about something very specific. This was like a color workshop. Makes painting very difficult, to
Mm.
be perfectly honest. And so I didn't quite advance as much as I wanted to. So in the afternoons, I just had to, maybe for an hour and a half, keep on painting the paintings that I had started in the morning, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would upload them to the folder that we were all sharing, so we could take a look at those paintings the next day. So it went very well. That's the good thing. It went very well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very happy. I think
Yes.
people worked really hard, and they were very kind. So I'm super happy. But we couldn't paint this painting that we had started last week. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna go for our underpainting today. Maybe check some drawing that we have. Some drawing that we need to not fix, but maybe let's put it kindly, like redirect uh, during today's session. So
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see how that goes today.
So we have something new. I don't know.
I
Gonna
can't
let.
tell.
I'm gonna try to see if people can see what it is.
Yeah,
Maybe they can't.
I don't know if at the size. the
No?
yeah, I don't know if at that size it's so evident.
But let's see. So, can you guys try to guess what it is? So Briley was saying no palette to the right. So
That's
no, well that's not it.
well,
Uh,
that's it for today. But
well yeah,
but yeah,
that's not like the thing that's new that we're talking about. But yeah, there's no palette because of the format of the um
painting.
painting. So yeah. Uh Dita Art was saying king chair. The queen chair, yeah. Bradley Moreno was saying wide angle lens.
Oh my God, we're
No.
gonna you're making us feel so good about this new purchase.
Well, I feel good. But no, I feel weird, I have to be honest.
But no, but yeah, I'm kind of looking back, Danny. At that size, it's like impossible.
No, I think I can see it.
Well, we can see it, but
So no. We have a new camera for me. So
it's still a webcam. So I mean, it's
but
a
it's like
small upgrade,
no, but it's
but it's pretty good.
like a proper streaming webcam. It's
Well,
not yeah, it is, I mean, that's how I googled when this one came up.
yeah, but you know what's funny?
What?
Streamers nowadays, they use DSLRs for streaming
I know you
their.
told me that.
Yeah, they don't use like webcams
But this
for
one
their
is really good.
like their personal
So,
camera. They don't use that anymore. But this for us is I mean, it's good enough to be honest. It's not even close to the price of, because my other option was for the longest time to buy a used DSLR.
But I also think that I don't know if the computer would, because we would have to have another video card.
Oh yeah, but capture cards don't do much. I
No,
mean,
no,
we
no. But
don't
I was
need.
gonna say that I don't know if the like if it could handle.
I think so.
Well, remember when we tried to connect two
Oh no, no,
webcams?
no.
It
But well,
didn't.
this
So
would be no, but this would be instead of the one that we're using, so it wouldn't really be an issue. It actually doesn't have to be like it's not an issue at all. It's like connecting our DSLR right now with a webcam. It really wouldn't.
but
It
you
wouldn't
know
do
what?
anything
Why are we even talking about DSLR if we have a brand new webcam? We should be
because
looking at the good things of
yeah,
this camera.
and sadly nobody noticed it. So
I did. I did.
no,
So
it's just that I think at the size of your thumbnail, it's too small to notice, which makes us realize that at that size, nobody cares. Only we cared.
no, but that sounds like if you were regretting the purchase. I don't think we should
No,
regret
no,
the
it
purchase.
looks
I
it,
mean,
no, it's good. It's okay. It's okay.
mm, so
We'll keep exploring the buying a 5D Mark II.
for a little thumbnail,
Well,
it does not make sense.
yeah, but it's
I mean, if you're saying that you can't see the upgrade here,
yeah.
you couldn't see it if it was like the best DSLR. DSL.
Well, no, I think if we
No,
used our camera as a webcam, no, I think it would show the difference would be quite big.
no, and if I'm honest, it's kind of weird because I can see like more of me that I can see when I look in the mirror.
Oh,
Like it's more
it's
it's like
H Daniela.
sharper. Yeah,
H
it's
Daniela.
sharper than my side. So yeah, it's kind of I
Sha-
think it's
Sharper
cool.
than your side.
Mi vista.
Oh, your sight. Oh, I'm sorry.
I
That was all me.
That's
No,
what I
no, that
said,
was bad.
sight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was all me.
So mm, sorry, I was drinking a little bit of my tea. So let's say hi. Is it
Yeah,
okay?
and then we can return this to where we bought it from.
Do you want to go there?
Well, we'll just call it defective.
¿Cómo así qué?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, no, because now you're like kind of regretting buying it. It's like the first day we're using it. Don't overthink it so much, Nicolachito. I know you, and you're like
It's gonna have the same
terrible with
use
that.
as the GoPro.
I used it for reels, some reels, the GoPro. So no, and this is good. The thing is that I mean, because of the setup of today, I had to make it smaller because the painting's like almost all of the screen. So
Put yourself like in the painting, like really big.
no, because I'm trying to cover your phone. That's why I'm in the
I'll push
middle.
it to the side. I'll push it to the side. Don't worry.
No?
Just so you're
Tomorrow, let's see.
just so that we can take advantage of the size.
Tomorrow. Or do you want it now?
I think people are expecting Poriella.
¿Qué es eso?
Daniela with pores.
No.
Poriella.
No, and I'm like, because I was traveling the weekend.
Yeah,
I went
you
to
were.
visit my grandma. So I have like eye bags and I mean, I'm like, no.
I
I'm
have
like
eye bags
covering-
without traveling the weekend.
covering myself behind the mirror. The mirror, the mic. What's wrong with me? Something's happening with my brain today. I told you.
It's
since the
it's
beginning.
the camera.
It's the camera. I'm nervous because you can see the real me. So, let's see. So, Lychee Jelly Slug was saying hello, hello. Hey, Lychee, how are you? Dita Art was saying hi. Hey, Dita or Dita, how are you? Briley Moreno was saying good morning, you too. I'm taking the day off work, so painting along and hopefully finishing up a couple that have been in the works.
Oh, nice.
And when you
Nice.
were talking about the workshop, they were saying maybe I could request a critique later for those paintings and a laughing emoji.
For the workshop? From the workshop? I just didn't understand the comment, I feel.
Maybe they were asking, like, they were joking because you were saying that you were giving more time for critiques. Maybe they're asking
Oh, yeah.
for a.
Well, during the workshop.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, we have Jody.
no
Jody,
way.
we were missing you.
Oh, yes.
How are you?
She
Jody was saying,
is
hi, guys.
partying constantly.
Hi, guys, and a heart emoji.
Hey, Jody.
And Jody was saying, I'm sitting out on the porch
Oh,
and
that's-
working on my working. Oh my god, working on my Andrea sculpture.
Oh,
So
that's
addicted
beautiful.
to this thing. Oh, that's amazing.
That's very nice.
How are the tools, Jody? The tools you bought. And did you bought the like the screen thing?
The screen?
Yeah, it was like, I think that's how you call it. It's like the screen in a window,
Yeah.
like kind of a blackout
For the porch?
for the texture. No, for the texture when you sculpt.
Oh.
So David used that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh, but that's like what you drag?
exactly, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
softer.
Yeah, I get it.
So
Yeah.
you can get like the texture, but it's softer.
Yes, I get it
So,
now. I thought she had mosquitoes in the porch.
um,
She needed like a new screen.
Jody was saying my favorite tool broke already.
No.
David gave me a piece of his screen. And how is it?
Well, the favorite tool broke. and
Broke. Yeah, it broke. That's so bad.
It's quality. It's Roman
Jody.
quality.
I have to say, I bought it's kind of like a clamp
Yes.
to hold the wood, some carving. It's
Yeah.
little, so I have to. I mean, it's perfect for the size I work
Yeah,
in.
it's like jeweler size, I feel.
Yeah, and I have to.
It broke?
I saw that. No, I think I have to attach it with screws to the table, maybe to my desk.
Or maybe to this table.
To what table?
To this one.
Your table.
I was going to. No, it's not. Well, it's your table.
What table?
The one on the side.
Oh
So
no,
I
no,
went-
no, because I have to. No, because I don't have the space.
But that's a work table that's actually meant for that.
But I mean, it's a work table for a tiny sculpture. No,
Who cares? It's
You know what I was gonna do?
sometimes. I mean,
I wanna
remember
screw
the small paintings that we started doing?
Because I
We have a
wanted to-
big
Yeah.
drawing table. Well, big, medium-sized drawing table for small paintings. So it doesn't matter.
No, but I wanted to screw it to my desk so I can like take it off and put it
Yeah,
on.
but I think you're gonna ruin your desk, and
I
you
am.
have like
It's
a work.
already ruined. I mean,
but you have
'cause-
like a workbench right here.
but I don't have the place to put a workbench.
We
So-
can find. We can make it work.
So
I think we could make it work.
I'm just excited to use it. I attached the little wood to see if I could like work my way around.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I'm so used to having it in my hand. Because it's not like only the hand I use for the exactos,
Yeah.
but the other one I'm like moving it around while I carve.
Yeah.
So I don't have that. So I was like trying to move around that tool. So it was interesting.
Mm.
So Jody was saying I couldn't be happier. What a life. Sitting out in this gorgeous weather, sculpting and spending the afternoon with the two of you.
Oh.
Jody.
That's
so
very
sweet.
nice. That's not the greatest part of the day, but we'll take it.
And we're so happy that you can join us. I'm happy to know that the comments or like the chat option in YouTube is still going strong. So we did something good there. Elaine Shukri was saying, good morning, Danny, Nicolas, and OPL.
Hey, Elaine.
Hey, Elaine, how are you? RM dice, aloha, se les extrañó. Hola, RM, ¿qué tal?
Muchas gracias, lo mismo.
A ver. Carla Anglada was saying, yay, hi, everyone. Hey, Carla, how are you? Sofía Centurión dice, buenas, chicos, estoy emocionada por ver cómo termina esta pintura.
No, pero
Cuando
hasta ahora
llegué a...
vamos por la mitad, Sofi. No, no me presione.
Em, cuando llegué a casa a ver el stream, pero el dibujo es fascinante, quería pasar a saludarlos antes de irme a la facu. Se los extraño. Se los extraño. Se los extraña también, Sofi. Gracias por el saludito, Sofi. Y sí, pues hoy es la underpainting. eh, mañana la painting.
Y después la panting. No, no sé qué
Eso no
estoy, no
tiene
sé, no
sentido.
sé qué está pasando.
Mossy was saying, "Hey guys, nice to see you. Hey Mossy, how are you?" They were saying, "Are you using oil paint for underpainting? And if so, is it diluted or straight from the tube?"
So I am, and every time I keep doing it, I question why I'm doing it because it's not necessary for me to do it in with oil paint. So I think honestly, I'm just a little too stubborn with oil paint that I just feel like I have to use it all the time. But I would be perfectly fine, and the painting would be perfectly fine if I do it in acrylics.
Mm-hmm.
I am so insecure about acrylics that it's crazy. I am painting like a little figure. Well, not little, but I'm like custom painting one of the what Danny gave me as a present for my
Yes.
birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ridiculous cuz instead of using acrylic paint, which is what I should be using because it just makes it quicker and it makes like more matte surface that you can make, you can make it glossy if you want afterwards. Um, but instead of doing the everything that I think would make more sense, I'm using oil paint. So it's absurd because I painted it yesterday, I feel, and I'm gonna be able to paint it again in about 2 weeks because it dries super super slow. So I'm not the brightest person doing this.
But if it's the medium you feel more comfortable with,
Yeah, but I think it's, at some point, even if you feel comfortable, you got to say, like, hey, but this makes more sense for these reasons. And then I
yeah.
should just be like, yeah, I'm going to try and learn a little bit to do those things in acrylic instead of just being completely like inefficient.
Because I think it would be, I mean, I don't think it's that bad because of the format of it. I mean, it's not like you're painting a mural with oils.
The figure, you say?
Yeah.
The little figure?
Yeah.
No, but even, I have to say, even me that I'm used to painting in oils, I get so impatient.
Oh, but it's because you want to paint it more because you're excited.
Yeah, but yeah, and I could if I would do it properly, but because I'm so stubborn,
But
I'm
properly, as in what?
well
Using
properly as in the way everyone paints it. I mean, they do a
with
mix of
a spray, como el ¿cómo se llama eso?
airbrush.
Ajá, with
They
an airbrush.
yeah, they actually do a mix of airbrush and then painted by hand also.
But do you know how to use the airbrush?
No, that's something that I mean, it sounds a little too, 1988
Mm-hmm.
learning how to use an airbrush today, but I've been wanting to learn so long, like for such a long time. I've been like really wanting to learn how to airbrush and not to do like airbrushed paintings, but just for like dumb little things like this little project. I would love how to use it, and I don't think it's too complicated, to be super honest. I think the tough because I'm not doing airbrush painting like you're supposed to do airbrush painting. Like old school airbrush painting.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is like like the smallest nozzle, and just psst, 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 and that's it. And color mixing. That's all you need to be super super honest. But I'm dumb. I just I have the money. I could buy an airbrush. I could buy like the paints. Um, I don't know why I don't do it. I'm scared. Well, I do know. I'm scared. That's like the real reason.
We'll
Or
see,
or I'm
maybe.
scared if I do buy it, it's just gonna be like a terrible like a terribly dumb and kind of like I don't know, just led by caprice,
But
you
that's
know.
exciting. I mean,
No, I mean, it could go into the vault, and it'll go with the GoPro,
no,
the
the
Elgato
GoPro.
face cam that we're using,
No, it's good. I, Nicolas.
the
No more.
robot
No,
dog.
no more. What robot dog? What are you
I
talking
know.
about? No,
Well, it's hidden,
no. So,
so you don't know about it.
I think it would be good for you
Yeah,
to buy it, so you would force yourself to know, like to learn how to use it.
but that's the other thing. Like, knowing that I'm gonna have to learn how to use this thing also cuts into my painting time, and
So
I
no,
need
so
to be
I'm sorry.
working.
No, but you have to. I mean,
I
cause
need
you're
to be working.
wanting like everything and nothing at the same time.
No, no, no,
Cause
no.
you're saying I like to do it in oils because it's where I feel comfortable, but
Yes.
it takes too many time. So for that, I should have been using an airbrush, but I would have to learn, so it would take more time. So it's like you should. I mean, you have to decide.
Okay. I didn't know this was gonna be the source of like
No, no,
me
no.
sounding whiny.
No, of course
So I
no.
apologize for that.
No, I'm just
Uh
like telling you because I know you. And I know that in
no,
your
no.
head you're just doing like pros and cons, but
But
maybe it's
but
because
maybe
you're afraid because you don't know how to use it. And I think that's why it's exciting.
yes. I mean, it would be very exciting to start to learn how to do something right now, but it would be terribly impractical. And right now, where I have to do like tons of painting, um, it's I even feel guilty. I even felt guilty, you know, when you weren't here and I was painting that, knowing that I
Why?
had to.
I
Well,
know.
because I should be painting other stuff.
But I wasn't here. I mean, I was also
Well, no,
traveling.
no, no, but it's not because you're the police and you're not here. But
No,
I
I
should have been, like, I should have been painting other stuff, and I knew it.
no, but I
So
was saying that
I feel kind of guilty if I do that.
I was trying to say that I was visiting my grandma and you were also, I mean, it's like we were taking one weekend off, which I think it's not bad at all.
I know, but again, it's not the time to do it for me. Like, I know when I can take time off, but it wasn't like it's not right now. Right now, I should be doing rewards for the books, and that's all. Like, I should have. That's the one thing that I should have in my mind. Um, so I whenever I do kind of paint the whenever I say, oh, I'm gonna take a couple of hours to paint this thing, which is gonna be absurd because like I'm I'm not being effective. Like, that's the thing. Like, if I told myself I have to I have to paint this thing, I should be like, okay, let's be super effective about it. Just so I don't, like, maybe I paint it in the morning and then in the afternoon I could paint what I have to paint. But no, I end up painting it like the whole day. It doesn't end up I don't end up like advancing as much as I could, and now I have to wait like 2 weeks. But maybe the reason that I haven't done it is because I know, I know I have other stuff to do that I have to pay attention to. Like, I let myself do stuff like that when I know it's time to do something like that. But when it's not, I just, I probably don't pursue things as far as I could because I know that it's just not the time to do it. Because I tend to lose myself a lot in doing the things that I like. Like, I remember when I years ago when I wanted to learn how to do
The photo.
yeah, like wet plate collodion.
Mm-hmm.
I bought everything. I literally bought everything. I don't know how many thousands of dollars because it was thousands of dollars. It was a lot of like investment. I bought like 3 view cameras, two Russian ones with like these gorgeous lenses, almost like 100-year-old lenses. They were amazing. Um, I bought tripods. And then I bought all the chemistry that's involved, like all the stuff that you have to buy. Some of it you need permits.
Is
I didn't
the
have permits, so
is
I had to
oh,
like
I'm sorry.
find like a, let's say, legal but weird way, like going through hoops, trying to get some of the stuff that I wasn't, that nobody would sell to me personally. I would have to buy it through other people. It was really, really tough. And because I had invested so much, and because I was like so wanting to learn, and all I had was like a couple of books, like I didn't have anything else, and I had what I understood about photography. Um, I set up my room, literally, the place where I would paint. I set it up as my dark room, which is crazy, but it was like it didn't need to be a dark room per se, because you could do with just filtering like a red light, not like a red light like the ones in the dark room. This could actually be filtered light, so filtered red light. So what I did was I put like a sheet covering my window, like a red sheet that I had that was like super thick covering my window, and so I could see just fine, and it was red light. And it's really weird. I actually don't know the reason. I guess it's not as photosensitive. The collodion, it's not as photosensitive, or the process is not as photosensitive as just traditional developing. And but I did that, and I remember stopping painting entirely, like entirely. That was going to be my point. It took me a little bit to get here, but I stopped painting entirely. Like, probably one, because I realized how much of an investment I had done, and it was like, okay, I bought the cameras. I had like a, I even had an enlarger. I bought an enlarger at the time that I totally didn't need, used, but still, I was so caught up into all of this. I bought all the chemistry that I needed, which was crazy because it was stuff that I thought, okay, I'm never going to use this again. I don't know who's going to buy this because this is like super, super specific for photography. Like the collodion, so difficult, so difficult to get this shipped over here. And there was this other stuff that I forget what it was. It had cadmium, so because it had cadmium, they didn't let me import it, which is very, very weird. But I totally understood it. I wanted is it the developer, or the fixer that has arsenic? I think it's the developer. I wanted to get that one, but I didn't. I mean, at some point I was like, okay, this is a little too weird. And it literally, like, people like 150 years ago, let's say, people would die when they were not careful about, arsenic in their I think it was the developer. I think so. Anyways, I was gonna buy all the stuff that was like super old school, like wet plate collodion, as was done in like Civil War times. And I did. I mean, I didn't go all the way, but I bought most of it. And I remember ruining. I bought silver nitrate, which I still think that buying silver nitrate here in Bogota is not the greatest thing in the world. Like, I think I got scammed over there a little bit by buying it. Like, you should have seen the place I went to buy it. It was terrible, like a chemistry place. But I got all that stuff. I started working. I ruined a ton of photos. I then eventually had to filter my silver nitrate because it was really dirty. I was working so much that my hands, all my fingers were like black. All of my fingers were like black. I was looking like Wanda. It's for anyone that cares and has watched WandaVision. Um, and I remember feeling at some point, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna paint. Like, this is consuming me in a terrible way, because I think out of like, initially 20 photos that I would try to get, I was probably got two, like 2 out of 20 plates maybe. And it's so expensive every time you try to get like a nice, a nice plate out of it. These are like this is not like tin type, so it's not on tin, but it's on glass. So you just paint the back of these, essentially super large negatives. You paint it black on the back, and then that makes the image positive. So what you have is a negative, and you could do like contact printing with those negatives, and they look beautiful. But you could also, and I guess you could enlarge them in a weird way, I guess. But I just wanted them as positives, and it was incredible. It was finally I was able to get some images, and they were absolutely magical. They were like exactly what I had hoped. I mean, my technique was kind of poor, I guess. It was all trial and error. Um, but eventually I was able to get some images, the way I was hoping that they would come out. But I remember thinking, okay, my technique is not great, but I would love to do a workshop on this. And there were a ton of people, like maybe 10, no, not 10. So this is probably like 15 years ago. No, no, this is actually, wait, 15?
Wait.
No, I'm trying to think in my head. No, this is probably like 12 years ago. 12 years ago, like collodion was becoming like super popular again, like super niche but popular. I guess Sally Mann made it really popular again. Um and because she was doing her I think it was like her What Remains series. I think it was called What Remains, maybe. Anyways, it became super popular. So there were like people that were doing workshops. They had like their kind of like portable developing like little rooms. It was like in the South. Mostly it was in the South, people like photographers that were teaching this. And I was like, I got to do one of these. So I got consumed. I got absolutely consumed with this thing that the only reason I started trying was because at some point I saw some images of people using this as a technique in photography, and I was like, this is the most perfect image I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is beautiful. It almost feels like a controlled image, that you know what you're doing to try to develop it, but there's also like a really high variable that you can't control. Like there's a really high percentage of stuff happening in the image that is beyond your control. It's just complete chance, like 100% chance. Just the way you pour the collodion on the plate, it means that it's not going to be even. Like the thickness of it is not going to be even. So all those things are going to affect the way the image is developed. And I adored it. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was exactly the type of image that had always looked for. And I had to stop myself. And so all this story goes to me realizing at some point that I was like, okay, I love that I can do this, but I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I still need to work. I still need to make money. I still need to do something. And in my mind, like, I thought, well, I could use these as, for a show. I could make something up and maybe show these. Maybe at some point I thought I could put them empotrar. I don't know how to say empotrar.
Mm.
Like I could just
Like
make a
stuck
painting
them.
and just like put them inside the painting,
Mm-hmm.
like cut like a little space so that I could just almost like glue them, epoxy them to the painting. And I thought they could look like little altar pieces in some weird way. And in my mind, I'm like, I still think I could have made that work, like if I had really, really committed. But it was very expensive. Like making those photos was becoming super, super expensive, and and I had to stop. Like there was a moment that I told myself, okay, I think I'm doing this, and I think I'm doing it for the right reason, but I think I'm forgetting that this is my life. Like I need to live from this, and I can't. I'm not thinking straight. I'm not thinking like I should. I'm not thinking like, oh, this is going to be a project, or I'm thinking, or I thought I was thinking. I In my mind I was thinking like super successful artists think that, maybe they had a show, or maybe they have like gallery backing, and maybe they can spend like, maybe 2 3 years just, trying things out, working on something that they've never done, and they're fine. Like they can have somebody telling them, oh, keep doing that, that sounds like a great idea, like let's see what comes out of it. But the truth is, I didn't have that. I didn't have any of that. I needed to paint all the time, and so so it felt at the end I felt great, but this feeling of being irresponsible just took a hold of me, and I was like, no, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This is cool. This is amazing. This is like if I had another lifetime, I should be doing this because I've always thought of myself like if I have another lifetime, I would be a sculptor. If I had another lifetime, I would be a photographer. If I had another lifetime, I would probably be doing like stuff for, I don't know, video games, like design, concept work, like character design work. Um, but the truth is, the only life I have to live is that one of a painter. That's the choice that I made. So I had to stop myself. And I'm not saying that painting like a little Yoda figure as a Sith, which is what I'm doing, by the way. So it's super cool. That is like gonna consume me like wet plate photography. But I also know like when I should when it becomes like no, I shouldn't be doing this type of thing. So that was my explanation. But I'm so sorry like if it sounded whiny.
It didn't.
No, no, no. I so apologize. I'm not trying to be whiny about it. I'm just
No, but you
like any good painter,
didn't.
I'm complaining about the medium that we completely chose and nobody forced us to do anything, but it's our choice, but we're still going to find a way to complain about it. So I was complaining about drying times on my little Yoda. Now I have to he's on a T pose, so his arms just dry, I guess, and not get everything dirty. And now I have to look at him like an idiot on a T pose for like 2 weeks.
Marcial was saying, is it the kind of photography that Jeremy Mann does?
Um, I haven't seen Jeremy Mann. I mean, I think I've seen Jeremy Mann's photos, but doesn't he do Polaroids like really nice? And just because I used to have like a Polaroid back for my one of my view cameras, and my back it was super sad. The film was great, still very old film. It was fine. The back was not great. It was kind of broken, and I bought it off eBay, so it was very sad because I was very excited. And one of the rollers in the back, um, I guess wasn't doing enough pressure so that it could like squeeze the chemicals and it kind of develops your film. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he does. I've seen his photos. I have. I know I have.
Oh, but I think, because look at this.
Oh yeah, that looks like the edges of wet plate. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yes.
No, but that's a Polaroid.
No, this?
Yes.
No, but look at the.
I can't see it well. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses. No, the other one I saw, the other one I sort of saw was gorgeous. Yeah, the ones that have like as if like a you kind of feel like a bloosh, like a splash sort of thing and the edges are kind of weird. That's 100% wet plate. Yeah, the
See.
top. The one up top, that one shows. That one's like 100%.
Oh, no, but they were saying, because I'm in their page
Yeah.
and it says Polaroid negatives.
Oh, look at that. See, I'm pretty good. I'm still good. I still got
and
it.
analog films.
I still got it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From what I remember, those are probably Polaroids, but from a medium like a medium format or a large format camera. Well, medium format, I would say, because large format that's horribly expensive. Like 8x10. I don't even know if there's 8x10 Polaroid. No, there is, I think. But mine, the one that I had, I think was a 4x5. And I had the Polaroid back, but it was busted. It was really old and it was kind of busted, but I paid for it. So I was kind of like deflated because I got some photos out of it, but they were not great. But Jeremy does like really nice photos. Really, really nice photos.
Liad was saying, Nicolas, the plate photography sounds amazing.
Oh, it's so
Have you
good.
seen video of how Jeremy Mann makes his photo references? I can link you the YouTube video. If
Oh
you
no,
want.
I haven't. Oh, Leah, thank you.
Search Jeremy Mann behind the dark room on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, he's quite the photographer. I've known this for a while, but I haven't really seen his technique.
Uh, Dog. I don't know how to.
Doug.
Dog. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, no. I'm sure he likes
Farron
the Dogue.
was saying, I think Jeremy made his own cameras.
Oh, they're like pinholes?
Dita Art was saying, I have a Polaroid camera.
It's a
Uh,
little different. The medium format with that the neat Polaroid backs
hmm,
are a little bit different. The film is different
yeah.
than your kind of regular point
And
and
the
shoot.
the result
Oh, the
is
result is a
very, yeah,
thousand
yeah,
percent
yeah.
different. It's
Very different.
so beautiful. Even the way you when you peel like the not when you just peel it like that. You don't need to do that. But there's like borders to Polaroids, to old Polaroid film. That is the edges is just the most magical thing that you'll ever see. It's just again, it's kind of like randomized a little bit. It is so beautiful. Like you do it for the edges and the way you kind of like well, you don't have to cut it if you just kind of like there's a sometimes you can there's a dotted thing that you can kind of rip it so it's kind of like nice. But if you just take it out and you leave all the irregular edges,
Hmm.
oh my lord, is it beautiful. It's like it is gorgeous. I don't know how else to like explain it, but those sort of things, it's like the perfect. It's like my perfect aesthetic. It was like the aesthetic that I grew up with when I used to look at McKean photographs or like
Hmm.
Whitkin when he used to just beat up his negatives. It's that's 100% me. You know, I was so attracted to all of that when I was younger. McKean's photographs first, more than Whitkin. Little did I know that he probably was looking at Whitkin, um, no, I just that's 100% me, like 1,000% me. I don't know why I don't pursue that more with my painting. Like in my painting, I choose to be just a tiny bit more disciplined, which is weird because I shouldn't be, because that's, when I think about myself, that's not what I want out of like images. Like I wish they were a little more random. And that's why I enjoyed so much when I started covering my images with wax and then kind of repainting them on top. Um, the stuff that would come out of those images was just it to me. It was like, yes, this is it. This is my life now. This is my technique. This is exactly how I should paint.
Um. So let's see. Annalise Atlas was saying, "Hi guys, finally getting to watch live today." Hey Annalise, how are you?
How you doing?
And Annalise was saying, "I want to see these collodion prints.
Oh, they're not great.
I have one.
You have one, yeah, and I have
Well,
a
it's
couple.
in my parents' house.
Yeah, I have a
So,
couple. I wish that I had them with me.
but you
Um,
have to be honest why I have the one I have.
because I was gonna throw them away.
Because you didn't like it.
Yeah, I was gonna throw them all away.
Yeah.
Because I feel weird about that time. I don't know if I'm like sad at myself or mad at myself for not pursuing it, or just it's like I got super excited about something, but it was something also that was challenging, um like what I was supposed to be doing at the time. It's a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I was feeling very much like an artist is supposed to feel, but also incredibly irresponsible at the time. And if I'm not mistaken, like Samu would have been 2 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so weird for me to like think, oh, I had like a little kid, and eventually 2 years after that, Fer was going to be born. So it's really weird to see myself, or he was probably 3, to see myself as somebody that would be taking all those risks, like knowing, oh, there's this little kid now, and he needs me to be extra, extra, extra responsible with everything. And here I am just messing around with like, just throwing money away and messing with like photographs that would never be, that would never be what I end up doing. Like I never pushed, or maybe I never pushed hard enough to see how I could incorporate them into my practice, into my painting practice. So yeah, I remember because I remember the feeling. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember how I felt, and I remember just something had to give. Like it almost felt like vacation, and it almost felt like, okay, you're done. Like it's time to go back. And I kind of knew it. I knew that it was time to go back. So I don't know. I remember just feeling kind of sad or mad at myself or both. Something like that.
Mm, Camille O'Gorman.
Ooh la la.
And I'm saying Camille because I know
Yeah, it's
that
very
Camille's
exotic.
still traveling.
Yeah, very, very exotic.
How is it, Camille? Hola, Camila. ¿Cómo va el viaje, Camila?
Muy
Yo,
lindo.
según lo que veo,
Y
increíble.
esa nieta, creo, es preciosa.
Ay, es divina,
Sí.
sí. Sí,
Felicitaciones, de verdad.
No, y se ve que la han estado pasando increíble.
Felicitaciones por esa malcriada
Ni siquiera
tan
sabes
impresionante
si es malcriada, como así que por esa
que le está
malcriada.
pegando la abuela a la nieta.
Ah, ves que felicitaciones por esa malcriada.
No, malcriada como un verbo. No por esa malcriada de nieta, no. Por la malcriada que le está pegando.
Pero diste felicitaciones por esa malcriada.
Por esa
eso te dije.
malcriada, y respiré. Es que tengo ese problema de a veces trabarme y respirar lentamente. Por esa malcriada que le está pegando la abuela a la nieta.
A ver. Briley Moreno was saying, I'll watch on my TV instead of my phone so I can admire the new webcam in all its glory. Maybe tomorrow I could set it up better. So maybe we could push the painting to a side, like to the border. So there's a bigger space for the camera.
Oh, yeah. You could put it here.
Our new... No.
The talking head of the painting. I would love that.
Our new camera can shine.
People want more Danny. That's all I know.
No.
I think so.
Of course, no. Let's see. Drew Thompson was saying, hello, Danny and Nicolas. Hope all is well with both of you.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. Oh, thank you, Drew. Thank you. And again, we're very happy to be back here. Samuel Coomer was saying howdy. Hey, Samuel. How are you? Carla Anglada was saying, Danny and Nicolas, you were sorely missed. I think I'm addicted to the live streams.
Oh, we love to work, so we miss it too.
Nicolas.
No.
We love to work. Yeah. No, but it's true.
I love to work.
I love to work too.
Are
yeah.
they okay?
They were closing a door.
Oh, okay. Oh, it sounded like somebody fell or something back there.
Nicolas Mijarovic was saying, hello, guys. What was the workshop like? So, Nicolas was at it while I was doing some wood carving. So, maybe you could...
Oh, it was good. It was about, it was called like expanding your understanding of color. So it was not so much about the expanding part.
Mm-hmm.
It was more about the understanding part. So it was actually super cool. I think people were very, very happy. A lot of talking. I realized how difficult it is for me to talk without Danny here.
Mm-hmm.
And how difficult it is to... I've always known this, but how difficult it is to paint and talk at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good, humbling reminder of how that works out. And
I have to admit that I heard you talking
hard
in the
not
workshop about how I lost. I
your
lost
vocabulary.
that too, but no.
Oh.
Something worse. I lost at ping.
Oh, yes.
And you were like bragging about your victory.
Well, the thing is, they were saying how they were supposing that you had won.
Well, I had everything to win that time.
And so I don't bring it up if people don't bring it up. Like I will never come out and say,
So they were asking you
I
about
just,
ping ping
I
in the
just,
workshop.
yeah, because obviously we painted the painting of you with the paddles.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't speak about it. I always say we play. I always think we're competent. I don't
Yeah.
think, I think
No,
we
but I heard
are.
you. It was funny because I was like Nicolas, but you didn't listen to me
Oh,
because
no.
you were like, well, to be honest, yesterday Danny was very like she started very strong,
Yeah, you
and she was like, uh, thinking that she was gonna win,
you were thinking, yes.
and she won the first one, and then
You won the first one.
you
First
won
set. Yeah.
two more.
Yeah, then three
No,
more
three
actually.
more, and
Yeah,
then
I
I won
crushed you.
another one.
I
So it
don't
was
think so. I think
3-2.
we
Nicolas,
no,
we
I think
played
we
five.
no, I think we
I have the videos.
yeah, but I think you won the first one and that was it that
Nope.
day.
No,
Okay,
because
no,
at
no, it's
the
okay. Again, I don't bring it up
oh
if
my
nobody
god.
else brings it up.
Okay.
Danny, I don't have
Whew.
to I don't have to like search for these wins. I don't have to. Just come
Oof.
naturally when we play.
But no, what were you saying about the workshop?
I was trying to talk about the workshop.
Because I just wanted to come clean. Because that time I was like, Nicolas, I'm listening to you, but I think you had your headphones.
I have to have my headphones,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was like, oh no, maybe you can't listen to that.
I mean, I would have chosen not to listen to you
Oh,
if you
yeah.
were like there just trying to portray a different narrative of something that objectively had happened.
No, and the thing is that I listened to that because I stopped carving
Yeah.
and I was like washing the dishes
Yeah.
while my headphones were charging.
Yeah, I could hear you breathing like under the door.
So I was like, I should go there
Mm,
and clarify
mm.
that
You
it was
you
a
could have
very
done that.
tight match.
They're all very tight. I
Yeah.
have to say, I'd like
They're always like
I'll
19, 21,
I'll admit
18,
that.
21,
Yeah, I'll admit
20,
that
22.
100%. Yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. You're. It's not. I'll admit that it's
I'm just
not.
trying to make myself feel better. So
No, no, no. I'll admit that. It's not easy to beat you.
the
at
one
all.
that was not close was the one I won.
I know. I started off very rusty,
Very stressed, yeah.
and then I was like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Because
Like,
it
this
was
is-
like, I don't know, like 10, 21.
But I could see real time, like your ego just inflating.
Not my ego. The thing is that,
Okay, your
I could-
competitive nature.
no, I see yourself. I see how you see yourself. I don't know how to
See
say
how
it.
you see it. No, I'm not getting that. But go ahead, go, and we'll
I
make
see
sense
how
of-
you think. I see yourself. I'm sorry.
You see how
Yeah, because you start to like word out how you think I'm seeing you.
no
Yes.
how I think you're seeing me. I'm not concerned about you.
Because I'm like laughing and you're like, but I'm laughing because I laugh always.
Oh no. Oh,
And you're like, go ahead,
trust me.
go ahead.
No,
Because
trust
you
me.
thought that I'm
You don't-
looking at
no,
you
no, no,
like
no, no,
with
no,
a
no.
pity.
No, can I say something like super honest?
You're very competitive.
I don't care about you when we're playing. I really
I
don't.
know.
I just want to beat you.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh, did you so? No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we're playing. If we're
Yeah.
playing, like you are so because you start giggling and talking about other stuff, and I'm like, girl, we're playing.
Girl.
Like, I'm like, what are you doing? And that's why, because your head is not in the game, I beat you.
Because I love to like spend that time with you, and that's the problem. That if I
Well, if you play
like,
better, you
really
can spend more
inside-
time with me.
no, because you would be like, we're not gonna play one more. Like it's fine.
No,
for me
because
today.
sometimes, again, like the wet play collodion talk, if it was up to you,
Oh,
it would be, oh, it's 98 to 95.
Yeah.
You're beating me. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, let's play 3 more.
yeah.
No,
that would-
because we
yeah.
have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have to work. Yeah, no.
So I'm sorry again to the workshop conversation.
You're apologizing to the people?
No.
Don't worry.
So-
You're the one. You should just apologize to yourself. You lost.
So no, not to myself. I was a fair player. I was a happy player.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the matches.
Hmm.
I enjoyed a
Losing?
lot when you were very, very, very
Good?
mediocre in
Oh.
the first one.
Well, yeah, I made it easy for you to
Um,
beat me.
then it was very tight. So
Hmm.
I'm happy that I pushed you to be better in
Okay,
the ping
yes.
ping. No,
Let's
I'm joking. No, you were
let's
very
make it
good.
all about you.
You were very good. I mean, you were like a phoenix because you were like at the end of the first match. I thought you were gonna say that you didn't want to play more.
Oh, I'm not that sore loser. Come on.
No, 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 no. But I mean, you could have done that
No, I'm not
because
that
of
sort
the
of person.
way
The only time I've ever done that
you
was playing
very poorly
Overcooked.
played
Oh, I
that
know I was
match.
poor, but that just makes me want to beat you even more
Yeah,
because I saw it in your eyes. You were like, "This is it. This is the day. This is the day." And
it was never.
and
It's
I
never the day.
and I said, "Not today."
Not
I
today,
went
girl,
Arya,
as you said.
yeah, Arya Stark on you. Not today.
So, the
What
workshop.
did we tell Ping Ping? Not today. Ay, fuck.
No, what did Ping Ping said to me? Not today.
Yeah, it hasn't been your day. No.
Yeah, maybe today.
No. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe today.
Mm-mm.
So, the
Yes.
workshop.
Workshop was good. Yeah, I don't I what should I say? I
No, no,
don't
no,
know.
because I don't know if you wanted to say something
Oh, no. I mean,
else.
no, people were like super nice. I think oh fuck. I think the results were very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm at my best when I can make people feel uncomfortable while they paint. I think that's where I shine. And they were clearly uncomfortable with everything that we were doing, so I felt great.
So, let's see. Mm, Patricio Juárez
Mm-hmm.
dice: Hola Dani y Nico. Hola Patricio, ¿qué tal? Eh,
Patricio.
let's see. Chris was saying, did you know Nicolas Amori uses student grade paints? Isn't that interesting?
Um, is it surprising though? Like, is there anything about his painting that where he needs for that paint to be super nice and expensive? Probably not. If you really think about it. I mean, I've never read what sort of paint he uses. I've only seen if I have to be super honest with you, I've only seen that one interview that I absolutely love, which is the one that he's touching the surface of that portrait and then he just puts his finger through it and then he just drags it down and the paint comes pouring out. I think that's the most genius thing, like in terms of like the formal qualities of painting. So I'm not talking about, you know, like pure concept, which I think there's like a beautiful concept behind it, but I think in terms of like building from what is pretty much like a set in stone, because painting, you know, you could make these weird things. You could make painting bend into these all these weird directions, but its fundamentals are always the same. And the fundamentals that are always the same are the ones he uses to make these weird paintings that kind of these weird surfaces that flash dry in some weird way. I actually have no idea still how he does those. I'm still fascinated by it. I still have no idea if it's just a layer of paint or if there's like a layer of something else, of like silicone or something. Not silicone, because it actually breaks like something that's far more brittle when he pushes his finger through. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I remember who was this Italian painter that he's a friend of his. Um, Valeriano. What is his name? No, I'm thinking like who am I thinking of? Valeriano Dospina? No, it's something like that. I forget. Jesus, my brain. What's his name? He paints like all those like swishy, like trains and what's his name? Some I don't know. I know I have it wrong. I'm like mixing. I don't even know what I'm saying.
No, not this one.
No, he does these swishy like Boldini on drugs like paintings.
Mm,
I think he did a workshop at Peggy's like recently. Well, recently as in a couple of months ago. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Like he I remember having this conversation, this back and forth with him in my messages, where because years ago I was really obsessed into trying to figure out how he would do those paintings. Um, and Valeriano wrote to me, and he's like, "Well, I go to his workshop. I go to his workshop, and I've watched him do this. And I remember he was giving me like he wasn't telling me how he would do them, but he was giving me clues, and I was like, oh come on, like I don't have time for clues. Like what is this like BS? Like if somebody doesn't want to share what they do, like don't share it. Like that's fine. I think that's like pity. Like I don't know, it pities me to think that art should be like like that petty. Um, but whatever. Like people are free to talk about what they do. And if they really feel that the how they do things is essential to the what to the essence of what they do, then you fine. Don't say anything. Like who cares? But don't give me like weird abstract like yeah you're on the right path, yes it's kind of like that, and those were the answers that I was getting, and I was like oh forget it. So I remember I started talking with my buddy Tim Wilson, and Tim was like I think I know how. Like we started talking, and he was like, I think I know how to do this. Like it has to be like a flash dried layer, and which we were both like, yes, it has to be that. So flash drying a layer means that your paint has to be fresh, but the outer layer, like the skin of the paint, you have to accelerate the drying
mm-hmm.
in however you can. And maybe it is as simple as painting something and then putting like 2 cans of fixative on top of it.
Yeah, so it's like a fake dry,
Yes, it's not really dry. You're
like a
just making
crust.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So you're accelerating or sealing. You're accelerating the drying of the outer layer, or you're sealing it in some way so that you can trap all the fresh paint underneath. And what Tim was able to do, which I did horribly, but Tim was able to do like so much better, like the peeling of the painting. He was
Mm-hmm.
able to do like an outer layer that was a skin, and then he put like an X-Acto blade, like he just cut it, and then he kind of like peeled it, and
Mm-hmm.
then he uncovered like a bunch of fresh paint underneath, and the paint behaved like a skin, like an actual skin,
Mm-hmm.
which is really really nice. I think Samori does that like beautifully. That's also one of the things that he does perfectly. I think it works just perfectly with the subject matter, with the fact that these are like saints and these are martyrdoms, and it's kind of like a flailing. So it just works perfectly. It's like he does very very intelligent painting. Um, so we were able to push it that far with Tim. Again, this is mostly him because my attempts were I think on the right track, but not a good execution. I'll say that. But Tim's was like, okay, this is yes, it could be something like this. Like you could see the potential of it being far more complex, but at least you would see like, okay, this has to be something kind of like this. But then we didn't pursue it further. We didn't because we were like, what are we doing? Like we're gonna spend like weeks and a bunch of paintings
Just
just
to know the trick.
just trying to say yes. I think I know how Samori does it. Like who cares? Who cares about that? But it was just us as painters just trying to figure something out, which was kind of exciting to do it at the time. Um, but in truth, I have no idea how he does it. I really don't. I mean, the ones that he peels, um, yeah. Sometimes I'm wondering if it's just a non-absorbent surface. It could be. It could be. ¿Quieres cerrar, Lindita?
Es por el
Um.
aire.
Oh no, but it's okay. But I think we could close. Uh, Like it could be metal. I think he does some in metal or wood. I don't know if he covers the wood on with something, before, so it doesn't absorb. So it could be any sort of sealant, or it could be any sort of anything that will repel paint. It could be like Vaseline. You could just put a very thin layer of Vaseline on top of your surface, and it'll just repel paint. Um, uh, so the peeling is one that is, I don't know. I think that one's kind of easier to conceive. The one that just still, if I start thinking about it, it'll keep me up at night. It's like that one, when the surface, when it's not just the skin that is like floating on top of like a rigid surface, but it's a skin that's like suspended on like what is like, imagine like the backside of a painting with your stretcher bars, or imagine like a cradled board that there's like some depth to it. So the backside of a cradled board, there's some depth to it that you can actually stick your finger in it. So you have to like almost like squeeze about, I don't know, 10 tubes of paint in there just to put a ton of paint in there, enough so that when you just like put your finger through the layer of paint that's like suspended, because it's crazy, it can access all that fresh paint that's inside, and the fresh paint that's inside just kind of oozes out, like pours out. That one kills me, because I don't know, because that means that the surface, like the tension of that tiny little surface of oil has to be so high that and in fact, it has to be super high because he paints on it. That's the thing. Like he not only flash dries it or like seals it in some way, and many times the paint wrinkles. So there's also like a clue as to how he's doing it.
Maybe I could show this one.
Yeah, you could show that one. It's cooler when you see it on the video. I feel the video is extraordinary, but you could show that one. Yeah, I think there's a kid that's doing these, and like Blake Newbert's type of like scratching, wiping the layer of the painting. There's somebody that's like doing Samori's and like the Blake's paintings, but that's who. As soon as you do something that's novel, somebody else is gonna say, "Hey, this would look good on TikTok." But that one I've never figured out. I have to be very, very honest.
Oh, but when we were talking about the Blake Newbert, I told you that it looks like a glass.
Yes.
And he paints by one side and the other one, and then he just scrapes that.
Yeah. That's I always thought it was like a one layer painting. I was dumb me. But but there's this guy doing like exactly that now. He has like TikTok like channel, and
with millions of.
Well, I don't think it's that, but of course, and he's doing like Samori's exercises, and he's doing Blake's. So I'm fine. That's always like, okay, dude, you are the one who has to live with yourself knowing what you're doing. So
I'm gonna just put this one very quickly on the screen, because maybe there's someone that don't.
Oh, they don't know.
Yeah,
yes.
Talking about. So
Nicola Samori.
There it is.
He's a fantastic painter. I feel.
And I chose this image so you can see what Nicolas was talking about, like the wrinkling in the upper layer.
Yeah, there's like a bit of like shrinking that happens usually when like in traditional paint, that usually happens when there's a lot of oil in the underlayer, and the underlayer hasn't dried, but there's like excess oil. So you paint on top of it, and because your painting is vertical, that underlayer of oil paint just starts dripping down.
Yeah.
And so it creates all those like little wrinkles. But that I'm sure it doesn't have to do with like oil as a medium, but probably like excess oil paint that's underneath that because of gravity, it's just like dragging things down. But that also tells me that the layer that's on top has to be very, very like thin, very soft, so that the weight of the oil that's behind it can push it down. So it's genius. There's a lot of things that I know and I understand, but if you tell me right now to execute it, I don't think I could to that degree. I could probably, now that I remember doing those, trial and error things with Tim, I think I could do something that shows the potential, but I don't think I could do anything that comes close to that, because I don't know how he has been able to fully take advantage of the fact, because I really think he does. He fully takes advantage of the fact that that this paint is this layer is has been made to dry very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and that there can be something that doesn't dry as quickly underneath it. That's fundamentally that's what's happening.
Let's see. Maria Caqueiro dice
Mhm.
hola, hola, ¿cómo van? Hi, chat. Hola, mi
Hello,
Caqueiro. How are you?
Kakara.
Julia Tovar.
What?
Uy.
Julia.
Sí, ¿quién es? Perdón, hace mucho yo no la veo por acá.
Qué bueno
Hola,
saber de
Julia.
Julia.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal está la Julia? A ver, ¿dónde iba?
Oh, by the way, I called Danny, and you have to forgive me because I did this without you, but I watched Sandman. Yeah, I know, disappointed. I can sense you're disappointed, and I'm not even looking back at you. But we have tons of series that we have to watch. That's okay. And Sandman doesn't have to be that like this thing that you like. Like this is you like Never Have I Ever, and I've never thought about watching that thing. So
No, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
You're just doing dumb arguments. Because we were watching it together.
We saw like half
and I told you, oh, it's super
of the
cool. We
first
have to
episode.
see it. So
Yeah, but this was like
no, I don't think that's cool.
pre Soul that we ended up watching.
No, it's not pre-Soul.
Yes.
It was in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. We had to finish Soul. And this is like, we could have chosen to watch this, but I know how much Murders means to you. So we started watching that one for you. That one's so much more you than me.
Excuses.
No. That's why I said I'm sorry, but I'm not going to feel terribly bad about it. And in fact, I read these comic books 30 years ago. So I have the right, I feel. I really liked it. I thought it was very good.
Cool.
Like very, very good. For somebody who was a fan of these when I was young, they're super different. But I remember the feeling of reading these when I was younger. Yeah, very, very cool. I'm super happy that they did such a great job. Death is amazing. Amazing. And this is not just out of the blue commentary.
But you shouldn't be spoiling it for me, because
No.
haven't seen it. So please.
Okay, so maybe when you
that.
finish watching Never Have I Ever,
Nicolas,
you can watch.
I saw that like in a day.
Oh my god!
That's
so
something
you can
I
watch
saw
this...
with my sister. That's something I comment with my sister, and I don't know why you're putting that in the conversation when that has nothing to do with something we would see together. But so yeah. Marcelo Peralta was saying hi, Danny and Nico. Hi, chat. Hey, Marcelo.
Not gonna be, I could have
said.
Marciel
was saying, hey,
you too.
Said, that's going to look great.
I could have said like, oh, let's watch it and just act surprised, and you would have never known.
I know, and I'm joking. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's gonna be there, so I could see it whenever I want.
Doesn't sound like a joke.
So
sounds like a guilt trip. Thank you.
No. Marciel was saying, hey, you too. That's going to look great, especially with the Baroque chair.
Baroque.
No, dice B-A-R-O-Q-U-E. BROK.
Oh, okay, but he means baroque.
Okay, Baroque chair. I thought it was like something like Baroque, so I'm sorry. Mossy was saying, thank you for your insight. I want to utilize underpaintings more, so I will give acrylics a try.
They should work perfectly fine. I mean, I've often say this. I think Andrew Hem works with oils and acrylics. Keita Morimoto works his underpaintings in acrylics. So, and he's a tremendous painter. So,
Mm, let's see. Julia was saying that's high treason. It is, actually, yeah, but Liad was saying, Nicolas, enjoy the couch tonight. Um, let's see.
you know what I also
Juliet
watched yesterday?
Williams.
I watched, but Danny doesn't like to watch this. Although she's watching it like from the periphery, so she has like one eye on her phone, and she's also kind of paying attention, which I don't think you should, Danny. I really don't.
I wasn't. I mean, if you ask me the names of the characters,
Oh
I
yeah,
have
I
no
know.
idea.
But Game of Thrones, it's like proper good. First of all, intro again.
No, but
Oh my god.
that's not Game of Thrones.
I know it's not, but just hearing the
No, no,
intro
no, no, no,
again,
no, no,
and
no.
the intro wasn't such like great because the first intro is like amazing.
Yeah.
This one's like blood. There's
but
like so many rivers
Can
of
I
blood.
say something?
Yes.
Because no, I mean, I'm just trying to say the proper name of the series. Because you were saying Game of Thrones, but
Oh, House of Dragons.
that yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
that was the only.
oh
thing
no
I
no, but
said.
everyone, oh come on. I think everyone right now is like, oh, this is Game of Thrones. Like this is Game of Thrones, 100%. It feels like Game of Thrones. In fact, the pacing. Oh, don't ever rush it. Please don't ever rush it. It is like the best moments of Game of Thrones were always like just people talking. Like that was the best, and That's why it got ruined in the end because you didn't have that like slow pace, just people, just good talking. That's all people want. I mean, and maybe a enormous battle like once in a while, but once every season. But that's about it. And oh my, I was like, yes, last night I was like, this is good. Like I'm so afraid to say this is good, but I think now 2 episodes, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. I'm so excited. I'm so giddy. I'm so excited.
Juliet Williams was saying hello from a new subscriber. Oh, thank you, Juliet.
Thank you.
And they were saying, I too read the comics years ago and was transformed back to those times. Sandman is wonderful.
It is.
Chris was saying, I know the TikTok artist you're talking about. It's definitely inspired by Samori. And even in his comment section, he doesn't reveal as well. Let's see. Tomás Lucas Ampuero Camacho was saying, happy to finally catch a live stream. Saludos de Chile. Hola Tomás, saludos.
Hola Tomás.
Hasta Chile.
Saludos de Bogotá.
A ver. ¿Dónde iba? Robin. Robin Sira West 13 was saying hello.
Robin is also
hey, Robin.
Team. You shouldn't watch. You should watch Game of Thrones if you want to watch. This new series.
Okay.
So she's team. Because she wrote.
Like the order in which you should.
Yeah,
see it?
yeah. Just watch. Like, I think you appreciate so much more.
Oh no! I get it. I get it.
I don't
had
even
no
do the
were,
books. I'm just a show. But even that, it's like it's like so much of the tone is back, and so much of everything that's cool about it is back. It's good. It's good.
Let's see. Brendan Kendrick was saying, "Hi, you guys. Happy Monday." And when you were talking about the airbrush, for the
figures, yeah,
they were saying, "In it, any tips on how to go about learning something new?" Haha, learning how to learn sounds funny. But what works best for you too?
Oof. I love it, but the thing is, my biggest struggle, I don't have an issue with learning something new and like feeling dumb and feeling kind of, I don't know, not ready to understand things, and I think that that's like super super exciting.
Hmm.
But
Me too.
my issue is time. It's the like honestly, it's sadly that one thing that um I wish I could afford just more time. That's really what I hope in my life. My dream of retiring, it's not just I mean, I don't care about being successful or anything. I hope I can just buy myself some time so that when I'm old, like I can do the things that I'm like hoping that I can do now, but I just can't really grant myself the time to do them because I don't know. The world is kind of boring and unjust, and we all have responsibilities that we have to meet. So, yeah, I think that's the greatest gift of all when you can give yourself time and you have like peace of mind and you give yourself time. Oh, perfect combination.
País Llanero dice hola Dani y Nico, hola chat.
Buenas tardes.
Hola País Llanero, ¿qué tal? Ah, Subhasish Chakravarti
Mm.
was saying, Sir, I'm your fan. Respect from India.
Oh, thank you. Very kind.
Bruno Sabino was saying, Hi Nicolas and Danny. Are you thinning the oil paint with liquid?
Yes.
Luca Guadaño was saying, Hello, how are you guys? Hey Luca, hola Luca. Do we know if, yeah, Luca speaks Spanish too?
Lucas,
Yeah,
sí.
I doubted for 1 second.
No, no, no. Yo siempre le digo, Guadaño.
Sí. ¿Qué más, Luca? Estamos muy bien.
What more, Luca?
Estamos muy bien. ¿Tú cómo estás?
Yo muy bien, sí, señora.
También muy bien.
Gracias por preguntar. Sí, sí, señora. Muy amable.
Santiago Repeto was saying, Hello, guys. Hey, Santiago. Emily Painting Elk was saying, Hi, all.
Emily.
It's been a crazy month with hosting a huge family reunion. It was incredible, but it's so nice to be here and to be painting again. It's a struggle to get back in the groove, though.
Always, always. But very happy that, well, not, I was going to say that that's over, but maybe it was wonderful. But
Because they were
very
saying it
happy
was
to know that
incredible,
you
yeah.
are, painting is glad that you're back. Let's put it that way.
And we're also happy that you had a cool family reunion. And not only that, but that you were hosting it. Because they were saying hosting a huge family
yeah.
reunion. So
Yeah, two things I would
that
never
sounds like a ton of work.
do. Yeah, no. Well, I wouldn't, I mean, huge family reunion for me doesn't quite mean the same thing than it does for other people because my family's not huge. I mean, it's big now that all of us have kids, but it's still manageable. I feel there's other families that are, because my family is just like my brother, my sisters, and my mother, and then our kids. So
And partners.
no, of course I'm including you. Come on, but I'm talking like outside. I didn't say Samu and Fer,
No,
but
no, no, no. Like because you're talking about the group. Because I think the
oh,
group is
everyone's.
kind of.
Oh yeah, when I say my sisters, I also mean their partners. But and my brother, well, their part, like everyone's partner. But it's still, I think it would still be manageable. There are families that are like, woof, it's too much. You gotta rent like a stadium.
Mm, let's see. Mm. Oh, Rosalind's here too. Hey, Rose, Celine, Dion.
Celine Dion.
Hey, Ro, how are you? Rosalind was saying, Hi, Nick, Danny, and chat. Missed you all. We've
Hey,
been missing you
Rosalind.
too. How's everything, Rosalind? Because I was saying Robin Sita,
Robin
but
Sita and Rosalind Sita.
Rosalind Sita?
I think in
I like
something
Rosaline Dion. Maybe it's kind of
somewhere
an
that they
overkill, but
commented. I remember I gave them a very Latin diminutives, very my mom like diminutives.
very Colombian. Because I think,
Robincita and Rosalincita.
yeah. Mm, Maurice Robbins was saying, you gave me some advice on not paying for the expensive tours in Italy, and I went this past week and saw so much I couldn't contain the images in my head. Haha. Now I'm painting along with you. Thanks. It was alive maybe a week ago. Oh, I remember. I remember,
Yes,
Maurice, that we were telling you how our experience in Rome was.
yes.
So please let us know how your experience in Rome was.
Well,
Cause
I got nervous there for like a second.
what?
Well, because I thought, and you told me to not get the tours or anything, and it was the worst
No,
thing
no,
that you could have
no. They
ever
were saying
told me,
thank you. No, no, no.
and I'm gonna resent you forever. And the one trip that I had to get to know Rome now is now ruined. It's all because of you.
No,
Like and subscribe.
no. They were being super nice. So I just want to know how it went. Mario León dice, hola Mario, dice, hola, hablando de series muy buenas, ya hay temporada 2 de Primal en HBO, saludos.
Un momento, Mario Alberto León.
Sí,
Pero Mario Alberto, ¿en qué continente se encuentra?
pero a mí me encanta que Mario donde esté está acá. Él
Eh,
es el lurker oficial.
pues yo no sé en este momento en Turquía qué horas tendría uno, pero que me sorprendería si está en Turquía, pero también nos está viendo, no, para nada.
Por
Por
eso digo
eso,
que qué
por
chévere.
eso necesito es primero saber dónde
No
geográficamente se
dice,
encuentra.
jaja, Colombia, via, via. Sí, en Colombia.
Pero qué
Qué
bonito viaje,
chévere viaje, Mario.
qué bonitas fotos como siempre, Mario. Eso ya
Sí.
es algo de esperar,
Mm.
pero estaba muy lindo, muy lindo. Después nos contará un día cómo le fue.
O por acá nos puede contar si quiere.
Pues sí, pues esa era como mi manera de insinuar que nos viéramos
Ah,
o
no,
que lo
también, también,
invitábamos,
no, sí,
pero si
sí, que nos
quieres, no, no,
cuente.
no, que no pase nunca por acá, qué jartera.
Que nos cuente mejor por acá entonces.
Sí,
No,
no, no,
mentira,
no.
no, no,
Sí,
obviamente sí
sí, más
deberíamos
bien mándenos
cuadrar.
un correo, que Dani dice que por correo está bien, o que si no, o que
No,
si nos hace una nota y nos la
mira,
deja en la portería,
yo por
Mario.
tratarle de armar conversación
Pero
a
conversación
Mario,
bueno, pues ya, se puede ir.
sí, eso como
Esa fue tu
cuando le
conversación.
habla uno al vecino y uno va cerrando la
Sí,
puerta
sí.
del...
Ah,
Sí, no,
sí.
sí. ¿Qué? Ah, no, es que me están llamando por allá. Sí, no,
Mm,
sí.
mm,
Gracias.
mm.
Bueno, sí,
Buena
señora. Y
tarde.
ya se le ve a uno solo
Buena tarde.
pedacitico de la cara.
Bueno,
Mario dice, sí, increíble ese país, luego les cuento más largo, jaja. Listo, Mario.
a mí, tranquilo.
No, a mí también.
No, pues tú te vas a
Acá
dormir.
bienvenido, Mario.
No, tú te duermes.
Tenemos que
Tú,
cuadrar para que venga
tú
Mario otra
sales
vez.
a hacer, ay, tenía una vuelta. Pero Daniela, son
Eh,
las 10 de la noche. Sí, ya, hasta luego.
y tú sales a hacer una vuelta y terminas viéndote las series que empezamos
Con
juntos.
Mario. Uf,
Mm,
best plan ever.
Pues sí, y luego llegas y emptiest apartment ever. Estás solo, viviendo solo. O con
Con
Mario,
Mario,
como
best
quieras.
plan ever.
Bueno, si te gusta.
No sé, mi amor, empieza a
Ahí te
decirme las
quedas,
cosas malas.
Nicolás. Pues, o sea,
Empieza a
apartamento
venderme,
vacío, te estoy diciendo
empieza a
que...
venderme mal esta idea porque todavía me está
Pues,
sonando increíble.
bueno, pues vas a extrañar bastante. Vas a poder abrazar a Mario mientras extrañas las figuras y las esculturas.
De nuevo, mi amor, tienes que venderme lo negativo de este plan porque
Mi
no,
amor,
no
me voy a
entiendo.
llevar todas las figuras y esculturas, te acabo de
Lindita,
decir.
ya cambié la chapa.
No,
O sea, te
no hay
fuiste y cambié la
chapa, mi
chapa.
amor. O sea,
Cambié la clave.
No, ni sabes cómo,
Le
porque
pagué
no
al celador para
pusiste...
que no te deje entrar.
Yo le pago más para que no te deje entrar a ti.
Yo estoy adentro con Mario.
No, porque yo te dije que tú te fuiste con Mario y cuando
Mario,
volviste...
vámonos.
A ver, si Mario dijo algo. Voy a visitarlos con la maleta por si acaso, jaja.
Y el cepillo de dientes. No, mentiras, usa el mío.
Liad dice en mayúscula, best plan ever. Y Mario dice, yo llevo mis figuras.
Uy, puta, mi amor.
Mi amor, ¿qué dijimos de lo de la
Tengo
grosería?
amigo con el que puedo jugar.
Pues conmigo también puedes jugar, lo que pasa es
No
que
seas
prefieres
charra, mi
no
amor.
hacerlo. A ver, dice, espérate que, ay, ¿dónde estaba?
No sé, yo
Me
en
perdí.
volando en las nubes.
Pero ten cuidado que porque ya País Llanero andaba por acá.
Donde caen dos, caen tres.
Pues no yo, aparentemente. Eh, a ver. Mm, Trini Roy Key Reyes was saying, "Hi, family," shouting out to everyone and to the host. I
Oh.
love to see you painting. Hey, Trini Roy Key, how are you? Happy to have you here. Camille Ogerman
Güey.
dice, es mi sobrina de mi hermana joven, pero la siento mi nieta. Y
Ah, bueno.
sí, no he
Qué pena el asumir eso. Disculpas, Camila.
y dice, y sí, no he parado de malcriarla. Necesito una espalda nueva.
Ah,
Sí, pero eso es como, Camila, yo tengo un primito
que yo le
que
digo,
siempre dice Nicolás que es mi sobrino
sí,
y mi mamá es como si fuera la segunda abuela.
sí, entonces la tía
Mi
es
mamá que es
realmente la
la tía,
abuela.
no, pues a ver, tiene abuela.
Pero, o sea,
Es como una
es como
segunda
una abuela.
abuela, por
Es
eso
como una
digo.
abuela. Porque las tías abuelas son como chéveres, pero
No, pero es muy lejano. No,
tu
por eso
mamá es
digo, es
más
como
que la
una
tía abuela.
segunda
Sí,
abuela.
sí, sí.
O sea, y mi mamá, a ver, es una tía, pero mi mamá lo siente como un nieto. Creo que es más
100%.
fácil decirlo así.
100%.
Mm, eh, I don't know if it's Jonas Mark or Jonas Mark. Saying hello everyone from Sweden. Hey Jonas, or Jonas. How are you?
Jonas.
How do I um say your name?
Terribly.
No, no, no. No, not how did I,
Oh,
but how do I? So I'm asking them if maybe they can correct me
woefully.
so I can try and do my best.
Always.
Cody Winnicky was saying, speaking of winning, how about the 9-0
Oh,
win?
Let's not even.
Well, I'm sad
Mm,
because I was traveling,
yeah.
visiting my grandma.
That day you were off to the airport
Yeah,
and literally on your flight, we were playing
yeah. It was
and
like a 40-minute flight,
yeah,
but you were like, oh, they're, I don't know, 4-0. And then you were like, oh, they're 7-0 or
yeah,
8-0. So,
yeah. It. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't break the record, um, because it just seemed like too much. Like I always feel bad about the other team, when those things happen. So I was like, no, no, we're fine. Like, this is what we needed. We don't need to do anything more. Like, I'm not saying that we should have stopped playing. No, no, no. Like, try to score all like every single time. But I was like, yeah, no, this is good because the embarrassment is like, it's crazy when you are in the other end and you're the team that's like, yep, we're legendary because we're the team that lost 10-0.
hmm.
And there's another Colombian that plays there. Lerma was
Sí,
playing that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very sad because they were doing well, and he's actually like a really good coach. I feel they just don't have the team. They just really don't have the team. That's what's happening.
Ay, no digas.
Yeah,
¿Pero y jugó?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He actually at some point I think he was captain. So
No,
yeah,
no, no. ¿Jugó el partido? Es mi
yeah,
pregunta.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's playing in.
Oh, so at some point in the match, he
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. He
captain?
was captain. I think they subbed the
Oh, jeez.
captain.
And
Think so.
there was an, I don't know how to say that, autogol.
Own goal, but not him. No.
No.
He did the own goal last weekend
Oh no.
against who was it? City? I feel.
Hmm.
I think so. Or Chelsea. One of those two. I think they played.
Nicholas Mijarevic was saying the way you talk and paint efficiently at the same time is mind blowing.
Define efficiently, though. I can blather.
Julia. Ah, no, ese ya. Julia. Oye, ahora Julia saluda y ya no vuelve.
Está en todo su derecho.
No está. ¿Cómo así? Si ella se pintó acá como si fuera una Our Painted Lives de corazón. O sea, ella citaba videos anteriores y todo. Y ahora dice hola y ni chao, ni nada.
¿Sientes rabia de que la vida de ella no gire en torno a la nuestra?
No, pues siento tristeza de que su vida no se intersecte más con la nuestra. Elaine Shukri was saying, I'm just having such a good laugh listening to these two talk about ping pong, the competitive, ¿cómo se dice? The competitiveness is just gorgeous and hilarious all at the same time. Oh, I think
Tell
we
that to
have to
Danny.
play today. We have. Yeah, we have to.
I'm fine. I'm always ready.
I'm fine. It's like I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
okay,
always
okay.
I can be tired. I can be.
No, sometimes you're like, no.
And it says a lot that sometimes I'm like that and I win.
Well,
It says a lot.
I have to say I've been improving my chart. If we could chart how we've played, my improving chart
Eloquent as always.
is
Ping
growing.
pong is as good as the vocabulary.
Is growing
Sentence structure. It's as good as your
in an
serve.
exponential way, and yours is just stable. So maybe in the near future,
It's amazing how stability
I'm
beats
gonna
you
pass.
still, you know?
Julia dice, jaja, acá estoy. Toddler life demanda tiempito. No, Julia es molestando. Sí, me imagino.
Sí, respeta, por favor.
A ver. ¿Dónde iba? Acá. Dave B was saying, man, what kind of brush is that?
Oh, a very, let's be super real. This is a probably not even $1 brush. So it's a Chinese Kangrui brush that says Giotto. So if you want this exact same brush, it's a 99128, size 8, flat, synthetic. Kangrui. And it's very inexpensive. And let me show you what they look like after a little bit. So, is the camera getting the splayed, Danny?
Pues no, si le haces así porque ahí no está el foco.
No, I know, but yeah, it's difficult. So they get very splayed.
But we could see it.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah, we could see it.
Okay, so that's how they get. But when they're somewhat new, they are so beautiful and so good, even if just for a little bit. Like, you can see the potential that it has. It doesn't last a lot. It's like Danny's winning streak.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait for today.
I mean, I'm fine.
Wait for today.
I'm waiting. I could be like half asleep waiting.
John Mijansi.
Yeah?
Art was saying hello from Arusha, Tanzania.
Oh.
Hey, John.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think we had ever had anyone writing
Greeting
from Tanzania.
Tanzania. Oh, is it Tanzania? I'm sorry. In
I'm
Spanish,
gonna go
it's
with that.
Tanzania.
I'm going to go with that. But they can correct us.
Yeah. Let's see. Vincent de la Noix
Ooh la
was
la.
saying hi, Danny and Nicolas.
Vincent.
Nicolas. Dice que Nicolas.
Vincent. Or maybe there's somebody here that's doing this. But because Vincent has done this for us before, the only person that I can think of right now is Vincent. So I realized from looking at our PO box, I mean, it hasn't gotten here. It hasn't gotten us to here. Although, did we get a package today?
No, it was
Oh, okay.
some
No, it's okay.
things for Fer.
Oh, okay, okay. So somebody sent us a an arches or arch um, um, pad for oil painting. So the paper that's made for oil painting. Somebody sent it to us, but I don't know who because I
Oh,
can't see who. I can only see
when
like
it
shipping.
arrives.
I can only see shipping info,
No, but when it
but
arrives,
not info regarding who.
maybe it has like a little note
Oh no,
or
I'm
something.
I mean the return address. That's gonna tell us who. That's gonna let us know who
So
sent
you're
it. But because Vincent was very nice, and at some point he
mm,
sent a couple of oversized moleskin sketchbooks.
I
Um,
remember that. Yeah.
so maybe it was Vincent. That's the first person that came to my mind, and I completely apologize, of course, if it was somebody else.
No, they were saying Van Sant was saying we didn't send the arch whatever paper. ¿Cómo se dice?
Oh, I mean, we say arches because
But
we
how do
just
you
read
say
every letter. But because it's French, so it's probably arche,
arch?
arche, arche, arche,
Arch doesn't
arche,
like arch
arche.
doesn't sound
Well, Vincent can let you know.
uh
I'm gonna go
arch
with arche.
arch.
Oui, oui,
Van Sant was saying yes, arch,
arche.
arch,
Par-
arch,
how do you say
arch.
perfect in French? Parfait, parfait. No, parfait is something else.
It's yeah,
Parfait,
it's you're asking for
parfait.
something to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Uh,
Yeah, but um Van Sant was saying so it's like A-R-S-H. Arch.
arche,
Arch.
arche.
Arch.
No pude.
Van Sant was saying you'll thank Santa for the paper. I think someone maybe wrote a little note or something if they sent the paper. So
Yeah,
maybe
because
we have to be a
honestly, I
little
mean,
more
we are
patient.
fine. We're very grateful if people want to send us stuff. It's not there's like our address is not that address. That's a PO box, so it has to be sent to us. We gladly pay for receiving stuff that we don't know gets sent to us. I mean, if it's something like a pad of paper or something as generous as when Vincent sent us the moleskins, um, but it can't be just anything because this actually has to be imported
And we would have
into our
to,
country,
yeah.
and the package gets open. By the way, they're taking photos. They used to not take photos anymore of what we get sent. When they open it, they take a photo just as a record. I'm guessing. And the Jennifer McChristian, we bought like a small like yawning cat,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like the study. That's absolutely gorgeous. Danny, they took a photo and the whole painting is out. Like all of it is out.
Jesus.
They probably ripped everything apart and they took the painting out. So I'm like, oh, this is so that's why we can't even get mad when we get things and they're like scratched or bent or anything. And maybe some of you are thinking like, wait, why don't they ship it directly to you? Oh,
Because of the prices,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yes, and Colombian mail. Like it's a crapshoot. Like honestly, if it's just regular mail that has to get here, very tough. Very, very tough. That's how we lost that very nice painting that one time.
No, but don't say that because I'm doing an exchange with
Yeah.
an artist and they're sending it right
Oh,
here.
directly?
Yeah.
Let's hope everything works
No.
out. Yeah. Yeah, I would never give for anything like that. That's why I much rather pay for something that I want to get here. So
Well,
every
I mean,
time
I have the tracking number.
oh, yeah.
So no, but no,
No, best
don't
of,
no me
you know,
botes la sal.
No, pues no.
No me bote la sal. Um, Van Sant was saying, didn't you talk about Arch oil paper during a live stream? Yes, I think you did a couple of weeks ago. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, but it would have to be someone that probably has purchased something from us because they know.
No, because if they know the PO box is someone that has sent something to us,
Oh, yeah. Well,
not someone. No, because you don't have the PO
oh, or
box.
something that we have purchased something from
Exactly.
them. Yeah. Yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
A ver, ¿dónde estaba?
Maybe it was Jeff Bezos. It's like, hey, kids. I don't know why he's speaking like that.
Yeah. I don't know why he's speaking to us, but
yeah, I wouldn't talk back to him. I wouldn't talk back to him, to Zuckerberg. I told you the other day that I heard that Joe Rogan interview. Shocked. I mean, well, first of all, I realized I had never heard like a full interview of him. I had seen him like testify in the Senate, and I had always, you know, how people joke that he's like an alien or a robot. I had never seen such a sad, like, little human being, like dumb. I think he's dumb, like dumb as a brick. I mean, this guy, you can tell he was with Joe Rogan, who's like the most alpha male dude ever. He wants to be like a bro. Like, you could totally tell that Zuckerberg wanted to be a bro at some point, but he's just goofy and dumb and whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being goofy and dumb, but it's kind of cool when you're goofy and dumb and you kind of know that you're goofy and dumb, but you want to be like bro. Like, he was talking to Rogan about jujitsu and like saying like, oh, this is so important. Like, yeah, I finally found like this calling. And it's just like a dumb, like he's trying to feel like he can be friends or he can be cool with him just by speaking about what this other guy likes. And then, I mean, that as a, like on a personal level, you can tell that this dude is just like, it's such a small man. And I'm sorry if I sound resentful, but I just don't like the dude. And but then when he's speaking about the future of like what he has in mind for our future in terms of communication, oh my God, like shoot me now. Like if our interaction is at the hands of this idiot, like this tiny man, we're done. He is so like nothing. It's so weird. Like you were putting the example, like him or not, like Bill Gates, that dude is a genius. Steve Jobs, they were like forward thinking, they were different. You know, you could hear them speak and you're like, oh my God, these people are different. And whatever you think about Bill Gates, like that dude is a genius. Like he's like different than almost everyone on this earth. This dude, it's just like an idiot, like a college idiot that got, to be a gazillionaire and super powerful and got to dictate how we interact with each other only because he wanted to grade girls in college. That was it. Like, and it shows. It's like so evident how limited he is. Oof. Oof. Samuel? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, but I don't know why I'm shocked. Like, you were like, oh yeah, that's known about him. But yeah, it was.
Liad was saying, I think the difference is between being comfortable with being yourself and trying to be someone else.
Yeah.
Prophetess of Doom was saying, I just joined, LOL. The chick behind the mic looks like super confused.
Oof.
Why is it?
I think you're confused, but anyways.
I look confused. Why?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at Samu when he entered.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I looked confused.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but she's Danny, not chick behind the mic. So come on, let's get some things right.
Ana Ramírez dice, yo tengo una dudita. No sé si ustedes lo sepan o la comunidad aquí puede ayudarme. Quería saber qué es Kenyo.
Es un colectivo, es como un grupo Ellos tenían como un grupo, yo no sé si todavía lo tienen, Ana, pero es un grupo que todavía que tiene un Telegram, creo que era, y ahí comparten fotos
Como
y,
un,
o sea,
sí,
tienen un group
como un
chat.
grupo de
Es
artistas,
como si tuvieran un Discord y
un lugar
ellos,
donde artistas se
sí,
abran,
sí,
se
se
hablan.
hablan y de ahí han salido como algunas exposiciones y, o
Ujú.
la gente viaja y se conoce, o
Sí, se
sea,
han vuelto como amigos,
sí, 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 eso sí, 100%, o sea,
comparten referencias.
y digamos que ya en términos como casi todas las personas que hay ahí son artistas, entonces se comparten como referencias de pintura. Yo, por ejemplo, he pintado varias imágenes que salen de ahí porque pues es gente, mucha de la gente y muchos de los como OG son personas que conozco. A ellos les hemos comprado pinturas. Creo que todos los originales tenemos cosas. Tenemos cosas de Cepat, tenemos cosas de Milo. ¿De quién nos falta? Es que estoy tratando de pensar más de
De,
quién no tenemos, sino, o de quién, no de quién tenemos,
porque
sino de
de
quién nos
Butter
falta.
High
De
tenemos,
Butter tenemos, de Dennis tenemos.
sí.
Entonces, no sé quién nos faltaría de los como originales. Pero es gente, yo, pues por lo que puedo decir yo, se me hace que es gente chévere, es gente amable. Eh, yo tengo un conocido, una persona que conocí desde la universidad, que era un alumno, un exalumno, pero pues es un amigo, que es Camilo Carreño. Y Camilo ha hecho muchas amistades muy bonitas ahí.
Mm.
Él ahí tiene un grupo legítimo de amigos. Sé que hizo como, estuvo en una expo con ellos. Se fue a Bélgica, si no estoy mal, que fue la expo, pero pues estuvo viajando por Europa, pero se fue a Bélgica para estar, para verse con ellos. O sea, cosas súper bonitas. Pienso que es como el potencial que tiene, el potencial real que tiene un colectivo, que es de juntar a gente que, digamos, piensa parecido. Yo por ahí, yo soy muy lurker en eso y pues por ahí eh, estoy como pendiente de las cosas que dicen o todo, pero estoy como muy en a las afueras. Pero me
Ujú.
gusta ahí en esos grupos estar como así. Además, yo me conozco y es que si comienzo como a interactuar mucho, me consumo resto. O sea, todo el tiempo estoy chequeando mensajes y todo, pero... Ah, de Wilby también tenemos hartas cosas.
Ujú, sí.
Em, no, se me hace gente muy amable, la verdad, honestamente.
Mm, a ver. Uh, Liad was saying, mm, let's see. I'm sorry, I was reading something. Liad was saying, Nicolas, do you want the watercolor paper from Michael's?
Oh, well, thank you. No, we could order that one, Leah. No, you're
Liad,
so
you're
kind.
so nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Liat is just like fishing. It's like, oh, somebody's gonna send the watercolor paper. No, no, no. We like honestly, we when we need stuff. And then ideally when we don't need it in a hurry, because it does take some time when we get something that's sent to the PO box. It usually takes like an extra week, maybe a little bit more sometimes to reach us here. It's getting to be also more expensive to get some of the stuff here because of the dollar prices and yeah. So we tend to be intelligent about what we buy from outside and what we know that if we buy from something from anywhere in the world and have it shipped there, which is again a safer bet than having it shipped here. It's because we know that it's something that we kind of feel we need, but and we're willing to eat up the cost of having to import it, basically.
Sergio's sketchbook was saying the Kenyo group is super nice. They've been very welcoming. Diana Gaming YT, I'm sorry, was saying heya. Hey Diana, how are you? Uh, Prophetess of Doom was saying, I don't know, like you didn't know why he had a hot mic or something. Mm, I don't know. Mm, let's see. Julia Tovar was saying, I have a would you rather
Oh.
that my brother told me. It's super simple, but he says it really reveals a person's character.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It is.
I'll save the dog.
Would you rather live on the mountain or
Uh-huh.
on the beach?
On the mountain or the beach? The thing is, mine is super easy because I don't. I like to swim, but I don't like the sun.
But
I mean, high mountain is
but
like.
not every beach has to be
I mean,
like super.
I mean,
Mm,
I would need to find shade. You're sure that's for sure. But I mean, when I think about beach, I don't think about like horrible beaches that you can't sit on, or I think about the beach.
hmm.
Instinctively, I would say, as much as I love the water, because I think it would be cool to go into the water like every day. I also know that I have some uh, very evident limitations in terms of like my skin type, and I am just very pale, like morguishly pale. Is that a word? I think it is, maybe.
It sounds like
But
one.
it makes sense, right? Morguishly pale.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Sometimes I
for
look at
Jill,
my legs and I think that, you know, they are cadaver like. I really do.
I don't know. I just don't find.
I really I think if I washed up on the shore because I'm just floating and people saw like my legs, they were like, "Oh, he drowned 2 weeks ago."
No, because I
And
don't
I
think.
would be like, "No, no, I was just floating." Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I was. So maybe you could turn around. I was also thinking something like this.
Okay, but that to me is not a beach.
Well, that's a beach. I mean,
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
that's why I was saying that it doesn't have to be something like super hot.
Okay, but no. Yeah, I don't want like rocks in Scotland. No. In winter.
You
No,
know,
mountain. I think I'm good with the mountain. I actually am.
yeah.
I'm totally fine.
If
Like
I have to be honest, I would be a little bit uh scared.
in the mountain?
No, near the beach.
Why
I
is
mean,
that?
I love it,
Oh.
but I think that I'm very afraid of something uh like a natural disaster
Mm-hmm.
involving
Water?
water. Yeah.
Oh. More so than I don't know, like I mean, natural disasters can happen in like mountains.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, because you know that I love to go to the beach and I love to be there. But I just feel like that makes me very nervous. So I
Yeah.
don't know if I could. Maybe I could, but I don't know. And also, I mean, I like the sun, but as you were saying, I think I'm more of cold weather. And I enjoy to go for some days to have a lot of sun and swim and have a good time. But I don't know if I could have that as my everyday.
I think my people, and by my people I speak about my 250,000-year-old family.
Mm-hmm.
I think my people lived in a mountain for sure with like snow and stuff. I think I come from like a snowy tribe. They live in cold. I'm so much more comfortable in cold than warm.
But if
Like
you,
whenever I'm in warm weather, it's like my body rejects, like every bit of my genetics reject warm weather. Everything. Humidity, everything. It's like I know that I'm not in a place that I can be. So I always think like, well, if I'm like this, then my ancestors probably felt the same way, the exact same way. They just, they went to the beach and it's like, I have a skin rash. I'm sweating every day. I'm dehydrated. Now I'm sunburned. Now I can't, walk because of the headache because of the sunburn. Like they were probably, fuck this. Like I'm going to the mountains. Like I'm not staying here. Like this is not comfortable. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm 100% sure that my like my genetic makeup is people that were like, beach is fine. That's very nice. Look at everyone just like with their beach bodies and their swimsuits. Not us. Not my village.
And I think that also, I mean, if I think of a mountain, I think it's closer to home.
I
Because,
mean,
I
we
mean,
pretty much live in a mountain.
exactly, I was
Yeah,
going to say Bogota. I
it's a
mean,
mountain. Yeah, we live in the Andean
yeah.
mountains.
Because I think when I thought about the question, it sounded like having a house. Like my brain thought about living in the top of a little mountain, isolated,
Okay.
or like just open the
With
window and have the sea there. And if you think about it, I mean, living in the beach, it could also be living in a city that has the beach maybe in a 10-minute drive,
Yeah,
or
but I
living in
didn't take it
Bogota.
as a. I really didn't take it as a. I took it more like as a primordial sort of like if you have to live, if you have to have like a hut in the beach or like a little shack in the mountains. Like which one of those two do you want?
No, but then,
Like I took it as that.
mm, I wouldn't know because
Yeah,
I would
because
also
if
be
it's like a
afraid
if it's
in
like
the
a
middle of
house
a
in
mountain.
Denver or a beach house in California, then I don't know. Who cares? Like that's both are fine, I guess. They both have internet. They're fine.
But I think you're putting it very like survival. I
Yeah.
mean, and I would also be afraid of living in the middle of a mountain. I mean, because I think of all the wild
Yeah.
animals. And I think then I would choose the beach,
Yeah.
which is contradictory. But
Yeah.
if it's just me in a
One day you
hut,
go into the sea and there's a shark and it's your last day.
no, because I don't have to go like that deep into it. I could just like be there floating and
Mhm.
come back
And then your shark food.
and be there and go back.
Ow.
But I would be afraid to sleep like in the middle of a super foresty mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, if I'm alone in the world, maybe the beach. Julia was saying, ironically, because right now I'm right next to a mountain,
Mhm.
I think I would love to live at the beach. The sea for me is just too cool, and I feel great in warm weather.
Yeah, not me. I have to like if we're being honest here, I don't it's fine. The sun is fine. Like vitamin D, great. I know my body needs it, but I know my body can get that vitamin if I'm up high in the mountain. Like it doesn't matter if I don't need to be at sea level. Well, that's the other thing. At sea level, your body is like so much more healthy. So that's another thing. Probably going to have like a better life, biologically better life if you're at sea level, if you're up in the mountain.
Hmm.
Hmm. And I'm guessing there's like a big difference, right? Because you could be up in a mountain in like Hawaii that is not that high,
Mhm.
regarding the difference between the mountain and then the beach. So I'm guessing like mountain, like something like for us would be the mountain, very up high, like 3,000 meters, maybe above sea level, um, compared to the beach. But no, I would say I'm fine with the mountain. I think that's my final answer, like super easy.
And I want to know one related to that, would you rather, but a little bit more extreme.
Yeah.
So, would you rather live in the beach with, I don't know, 41 degrees Celsius
So no,
every day?
no.
Wait. Or in a mountain full of snow,
Yeah, snow.
like crazy cold?
Well, the equivalent, I wouldn't go crazy. Well, 41 is actually very hot.
So,
But
let's say 38.
so the equivalent of 38, like let's say as hot as 38 feels, would you go and live as cold as would you
No,
go
you
to
know
the
what?
equivalent of cold?
41 and minus 28.
But I could hunt like a couple of bears. I mean, again, I'm alone in the
Could
world.
you hunt a couple of bears, or would you be hunt by a couple of bears?
Oh my!
Because you're thinking,
I
I
could
mean,
lay
as if
bear
you were
traps.
like,
I could lay bear traps. I'm not gonna play like bear pong with them, although I could beat them. But
I don't think
no,
so.
no, no. You could lay some traps, maybe. And you don't need or maybe let's catch some like smaller animals and build like a coat out of like smaller animals. Again, Leah, this is like post-apocalypse, so this is about survival. This is not about cruelty. Um, yeah, yeah, no, I'm fine with the cold. Yeah, heat, I can't deal with. I honestly can't deal with it. I'm
So
just not made for heat. I feel that I am just not built for it.
Tom Thumb
Yeah,
was saying, uh, do you have any European heritage,
yeah. My
Nicholas?
my grandfather
Maybe
was.
you're a Viking.
My grandfather was German.
And Tom was saying, Cantabria in Spain is a nice compromise. When I visited, we had snowball fights in the morning in the Picos de Europa, then spent the evening on the beach.
Okay, Tom. I don't know if you know how to play either or. Yeah. Would you
Yeah,
rather is an either or thing.
yeah, Tom's like, I
Not
want them
thinking
both.
not
Thank
thinking
you.
about your beautiful vacation when you were a kid. Yeah, thank you for throwing that in our face. Jesus Christ, Tom.
um, let's see. Julia was saying, and if it's like top conditions, amazing house, which one would you pick?
Air conditioning right next to the beach? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, air conditioning, good internet right next to the beach. Hopefully no summer storms,
Yeah.
no hurricanes.
Please.
If you could assure me no hurricanes and that the coastline is going to disappear before after I die, you know, because of global warming, after I die,
Then
then
yes.
yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
I would have a ping table
Yeah.
outside, one inside, one that floats. So we could play
Ocean?
in the ocean.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
It's going to be a turtle with a
No.
ping pong table like,
No.
you know,
No, Nicolas, you know
around
me.
their neck. Thank you very much,
No,
Danny.
because you know what I was
That
thinking?
was so terrible,
No, I was
Danny.
thinking of a ball, like attached to a string
To
or
its
something.
nose?
No.
Jesus Christ, now you have to pull a ping pong ball out of a tortoise's nose?
No, don't say that.
Criminal,
That's, no,
dude.
that's like
So not cool, Danny.
no. I don't even like to think about that.
The
Nicolas.
animals, I do.
You're
That's why
being
we're
like
together.
very
Thoughtful?
graphic. No, you're being very graphic. So
I know. Well, I'm trying to get you to change your mind.
let's see. Lollipop Strawberry was saying hello. Pictures of a thaw. No. What kind of paint are you using? Or using acrylic oil or watercolor? And what kind of brushes are you using?
So I'm using oil
Okay.
paint. So this is raw umber. It's just one color. Thinned down with alkyd medium. The alkyd medium that I'm using is called Liquin. The product is called Liquin. And I'm using a flat, synthetic flat. And that's about it.
Omar Glitch was saying, hey gang, do you all have fans that paint along with you and share their art with you? Just curious if anyone paints along.
Oh, there's tons of people that paint along.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of.
yeah.
I would say the majority of us are painters. I mean, this is open for anyone
Yeah.
to just,
Or artists.
may want to have
let's
like
say.
a conversation or people,
No, but I was going to say, because you said painters, and I was thinking that there's also people that
Oh, yes, yes.
have told us that they are sculpting
Yes.
or animating or.
Yeah.
So artists, yeah.
Yeah. What we get most is artists, but it's open for anyone that just wants to have a conversation, wants to be kept company while they're doing whatever it is that they're doing. And a lot of people we've gotten to know their work, like people that we don't maybe know personally, or that we don't know because a lot of people we've known from the start, but if for people that are getting to know us, like they can send Danny their work. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we try to get to everyone's work, and it's not like we do critiques. It's not like we'll,
No.
we don't want to paint it as something that's not quite what's happening. It's more like, hey, if you want to share with us what you're doing, that's awesome. That we're super happy that people share with us what they're doing. But in the same way that we'll share our experiences, but yeah, but it's not so much like a job, like a work thing where it's like, hey, I'm waiting for my critique.
No.
What the hell? I send you my images. Like,
Yeah.
where's my critique?
Yeah. Liet was saying, would you ever charge for critiques?
Leah, and this is I'm being super honest. Like Danny knows this. I got a few people, well, three people actually, that after the workshop they wrote to me and they asked me about like mentorship, which is a very weird word for me. I'm very like scared slash I don't know if I like that word too much. And they were asking if I do online like personalized sessions with them, and yeah, and mentorship. I have no idea how to consider that. I've never thought about it. I don't even know how to charge for that. I don't even know what people usually charge for that. If somebody here does any, like, is going through mentorship or through some of those sessions, and if you guys don't mind being honest, I would love to know how much does that go for? Like, is that an hourly thing? Is that like weekly thing? Like you meet once a week and you pay for a month? Is that? I have no idea how that is done. Like I'm not. I'm probably, because I'm ignorant about it. I don't consider it, but I would love to, if people would like have experiences with that, and hopefully have good experiences with that.
Or bad? Because I think that,
Or bad, yeah. If they
yeah,
felt
it's
like
important to
overpriced, you don't
know.
have to throw anyone under the bus. By the way, just you don't have to say the artist name. That's not the point here. But if you've had a bad experience, just say, oh, I did some of that, and this is like what I thought.
And also, if you feel more comfortable by sharing it to us directly, so not here, like in the comments,
Yeah,
we would appreciate that because we are curious about knowing a bit more about that.
yeah. I just want
So,
like a better context. I feel.
Liat was saying, Nicolas, I can help you with how much to charge and how it works and so on.
Oh, thank you.
I can also help you figure out the payment system and so on.
Oh, I mean, I think we're fine with payments,
Yeah.
but no, no, no. For now, I'm just thinking like I don't even know if this is like I've never considered it, so I don't.
It's just like the curious stage of it.
Yeah, yeah. Because who do I know that does this? I don't know. I know Felicia Forte was doing some of these. I remember her like publicizing some of these, and I think I could write to her and ask her, hey, how much do you charge for these? Artists are usually, I'm not saying that this is true for her. I think like my interactions with her have always been very nice. So I don't have anything but good stuff to say about her. But sometimes I also understand that artists get uncomfortable when you ask them about like money and pricing things. So I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know anyone that's close to me that would do these. And I don't know if I know a lot of people that do these.
So let's see. Regarding that topic,
Yeah.
um, Robin was saying I did one with Felicia.
Okay.
Omar Glitch was saying yes, not for the critique, but just for the fun and to share. Critiquing is for the birds. I think critiques are hard, and being constructive critiques are even harder. They can be brutal. LOL.
Yeah.
Mm, Sean Farley was saying, ha, I have never done Felicia's mentoring, but I have taken workshops with her, and those were great.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad to
Mm,
hear.
Bradley was saying I would pay, in all caps, immediately for a mentorship, Nicolas.
I don't know what that involves though. I don't know what that means. That's the thing. It's
No,
super scary.
and to be honest, I mean, that's why I was saying that this is like the curious stage. It's
Yeah.
not like you're saying that you're going to do it. You just want to know what it is.
Yeah, and I'm not fishing to see if like, oh, is this like, oh, this is going to be a good way to see if people are interested. No, I'm like literally saying I don't know how this works. Like I've never done it and I don't know like how much you meet with a person, like for how long. Like I'm sure that there's like an industry standard, let's say. There's like an expected time and I don't know. Like I don't know anything about that. So it's what Danny's saying. Like I'm just like very curious to know how that works.
Sean Farley was saying if you look at Felicia's pricing, I think you could say her sessions are expensive, but I think she does that to screen out the folks that aren't really serious.
Are they
Uh,
are the prices public? Sean, was it that
yeah.
Sean, are the prices public? Like if I go to her website, are they right there?
And Sean said yes.
Oh, okay.
Paston said, this is my friend who does mentoring. You can check her page out. Paston, I think maybe you shared like a link because I can't see that comment because if it includes like a link, uh, YouTube blocks it. So maybe you can write the name so we can Google them. Um, and Sean was also saying, yes, I put a link above. So again,
So
because
same,
yeah, yeah,
idem.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Omar was saying mentorships are 6 months or 1 year and continue if wanted. Because also the thing is that if we're being 100% honest, uh, I was saying that we are like in the curious stage because we want to do the workshops next year. So I think that
The courses.
the courses, I'm
Better.
sorry.
Yeah, just to differentiate them like a little bit.
Exactly. And that involves, I mean, those are intended to be a little bit longer than, no, longer than workshops. So I think that we should really know what the mentorships are and how much time would we have if we do the workshops. So, yeah.
Courses.
Courses, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to differentiate from the
Courses. No, you're right because they're not workshops, they're courses.
yeah, they're different in nature.
Yes.
Yes.
Um Briley was saying personally, I'd imagine it would be a subscribing or monthly charge where we would chat for 30 minutes to an hour 2 to 4 times a month. Liad was saying there are a few different mentorship structures. You can do a one-on-one meeting and charge per meeting for an hour. Paston was saying creative mentoring sessions available. First session 1.5
$1 million.
hours, £65.
Okay.
Includes written report. Session 1. Sessions thereafter 1 hour, £45.
So it's about 60 to $80 an hour. Okay, that's
So that's the Paston was talking about the friend.
their friend. Yes.
Their friend, yeah, that does the mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the Felicia.
And this is in no way trying to. I mean, again,
just want to
I
know
respect her as a painter. I think she's a very good painter. I think that that my interactions with her have been all very cool. So this is just out of curiosity. This is in no way trying to like be like, oh, let's check her prices. No, no, no. If she has them publicly there, then
I think it's this one, creativity coaching.
Okay, yeah.
Single sessions, one-on-one.
Yeah.
It says $245 per session.
And how long is the session?
I'm trying to see. 60 plus minute Zoom discussion with Felicia.
Okay.
Multi-session. It says 4 weeks. It's four meetings
Yeah.
with 30 plus minute Zoom sessions
Yeah.
for 4 weeks. So one a week of
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
495.
Okay.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, you're paying. I mean, I'm guessing you're paying because it's a one-on-one thing.
Well,
Like that's
for sure. Yeah.
that's why you're paying those prices. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a little different than what I thought. Little, uh, but yeah, I don't know.
Sean Farley was saying you get a breaking price from Felicia if you do a month's worth of sessions, and she's giving specific homework assignments as well.
Oh, okay, so that's a good thing then.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's
also I was
pretty cool.
seeing.
Also,
I'm sorry, I was seeing that the multi session is 30 minutes and the
okay,
single session is 1 hour.
okay,
So it's also different in times. So you have or like the single session, which is a longer one,
yeah,
or the multi sessions, which are four but shorter.
okay, okay.
Mm, let's see. Um, Omar Glitch was saying, realistically, you can set up a mentorship however you want.
Yeah, yeah. I'm noticing that it's honestly like what I would never want with this is for somebody to ask me, "Oh, would you do this? How much would you charge?" And then for me to say something that would be ridiculous sounding, be it because it was way too cheap or be it because it was just out of like what people are usually used to paying for these, which I don't think it's something that we do, but nevertheless, that can come from that difference in pricing can just come from just absolute ignorance.
Let's see. Mm, Julia dice, me toca irme, pero me encantó verlos. Amo la etapa de Underpainting.
Ciao,
Chao,
Julia.
la Julia. Nos vemos pronto. Where was I in the comments? Liet was saying when we were talking about living in the beach or in the mountain.
Yeah.
Liet was saying I'm more afraid of crazy poison bugs in the
Yeah.
mountain than I'm of sharks.
Oh, but mosquitoes in the beach can kill me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to the beach and I know how I get on the beach with like crazy ass mosquitoes like
Well, but to
close
be
to the
honest,
beach.
I mean, I'm going to say I survived because there was a bee. You know that. I mean, a bee was in my shower.
Like an African bee.
Yeah.
I like literally.
Literally, because we Googled.
Yeah,
Because I
some of
was like,
these.
Nicolas, what's this? Because I sent a picture of the bee. It was humongous.
Yeah.
Humongous. And I was super scared because I was taking a shower and I felt that there was something in my leg. So I looked down and I see like this huge thing. So I was like super afraid and I start like splashing water and water. I'm sorry. I mean, I killed the bee.
So sad. Like the
Uh
sea turtle.
no, nunca, never, no.
I mean, you're the one putting ping pong tables in the middle of the ocean.
I'm not Nicolas. Could you imagine if someone's joining and you're saying that I killed a sea turtle? What are you talking about?
And then if
No.
they hear because you put a ping pong table in the middle of the ocean, if they believe it,
But
I think
yeah.
they're better off just like looking for another channel.
But I told you.
Yeah.
And we started Googling and we realized it was an African bee. And
Well, I told you that it had to be
yeah,
because there's no. I had always heard that they are here.
the look of it.
Like those bees are here, and our native bees, and especially here in Bogota, they're not like this big. They're not that big. Never, ever, ever. Not even like a bumble, like a buzzard. Is it? No. What is it called? Abejorro. I
Mm,
forget what that's called.
Bumblebee? No.
No, 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 because those are types of
Ay,
bees. But
abejorro. Es que yo además siempre digo y termino embarrando.
no, no, no. It's not a transform. It's not just a transformer. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
No, thank you. You're it's Bumblebee, so I was good.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Bumblebee too.
No.
I said Bumblebee, and
No,
then I
you were
said
telling me
Buzzard
it's
or
not
something.
a transformer.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if that was. No, but I don't know if a bumblebee is like
I
exactly
I
un
mean I
abejorro.
googled abejorro traducción inglés.
No, but I think they're different. Like we're talking about what are they? What's the name of the bee that's like fat? Like it's about that big. It can be about that big, and it's just like. Yeah, it's very clumsy, and but I always think that if that thing stings me, like I'm dead. I'm dead.
Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but in Flight of the Bumblebee, they don't. I mean, they don't sound like that. They
So
they don't
this
sound
one,
so
right?
graceful. They're not that graceful. No, well, they're just big and clumsy and kind of chunky.
Um HK Stash was saying carpenter bee and Paston was saying hornet.
Nah, not a hornet. Maybe carpenter bee. Could you check that? Because they actually make. I don't know if they make holes on wood, but they kind of burrow in wood. I know that because there was one that would hide in a hole in a table, this big ass table, wooden table that my dad built in Oroque. There
Mm-hmm.
was a bee that was like in a hole underneath that table, and I remember I was sitting, and then I felt it on my leg, and it was like this elephant had dropped on my leg. It was enormous, enormous. Almost had a heart attack that day.
Yeah, I don't know where I was trying to go with the story of the
It
bee.
doesn't matter.
Forgot.
Now we are now we're searching for this bee.
Jeff Akoff was saying, Hola Nico y Dani desde Holanda. Back on
Jeff,
Europe, week time after a week back from Peru. Finally got back in the studio tonight. Felt good to get back to some creative work. Loving this composition, Nicolas.
that's wonderful. You gotta channel your inner Machu Picchu.
Mm, Rosalind,
Yeah.
so Rosalind Dion was saying, okay, I do have some fun news.
Oh, please.
A Grand Babe number 3 just arrived a few days ago. What?
What?
So maybe baby number 3?
Look at that.
And Rosalind was saying, I'm going to meet her today. I'll snake a picture for you all.
Oh,
Please
please.
do. And
Yeah.
congratulations,
Send Nicole.
Rosalind
Send
Dion.
Nicole my best.
Do you know? Do you have a name? Do they have a name?
Well, I know Nicole is going to be one of the names.
Mm,
They have very cool names. Like they feel like little actors.
yeah, like important people.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
like all of them could be like James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So this one can't disappoint, please.
Duan Torruellas was saying, I really love that chair in the painting. It add a timelessness to the piece. Greetings from New York City. From the other Lux. LOL.
From the other what?
Lux. Lukes. No sé. Or
Oh,
lurkers? Maybe they were
no.
Lux?
I don't know.
From the other Lux?
I'm a little lost there. I should be knowing this?
Maybe.
Well, as a somewhat New Yorker, I should be.
Maybe. Lux?
What was their name?
Let me check because I was trying to It was Duan Torruellas or Torruelas. So Duan
Mm?
Torruellas.
I wonder where they're from. Also,
Ay, mira este mensaje y trata de adivinar quién es.
a ver.
Hola mis amores,
Jollibee.
Aquí desde el Caimo Quindío.
Din, din.
Un abrazo. Mi mamá divina ya ve que la gente dice aquí desde Nueva York, aquí y mi mamá aquí
Sí.
desde el Caimo Quindío.
Muy
Ay,
bien,
qué rico mi
bueno.
cholis. O sea que eso significa que están visitando ahorita a mi abuelita otra vez.
Mm,
Les mando un abrazo. ¡Ah! ¿Será que mi abuela vio un poquito de la transmisión de pronto?
Y tú con esa cámara, mi amor, ahí.
Con esta cámara que... No, es que no me favorece, es como la cara. No, creo que el problema no es la cámara, pero mañana miramos a ver cómo hago
Que se cambie la
que
cara
se
es
vea
complicado,
menos
mi amor.
peor.
Complicado. El cambio de
Menos
cara,
peor.
complicated.
Em,
Oye, Linda, estoy como perdido.
¿De qué?
Tú en esto, tú tenías un arete largo. No, eso es la parte, eso es que se filtraba la luz, ¿no? ¿Qué es
Sí.
esto?
A ver, espera.
¿O es un mechón? Mira. ¿O eso es como el espacio que se ve atrás?
No, creo que eso es como un pedazo de luz filtrada.
No sé qué
Súper
es.
curioso.
Sí.
Porque yo no tengo aretes. No llevé aretes largos.
Yo pensé que
No
era
tengo
como un arete
aretes.
de pluma.
No
Y
tengo
yo
aretes
decía,
largos
ah,
rojos.
se puso un arete de pluma. Y después dije,
No,
pero ¿por qué nunca lo noté? Y después dije, porque soy yo.
no. No tengo aretes así. Entonces no, creo que es luz.
¿No es
Pero es
cierto?
muy curioso porque es como si fueran mechoncitos delgaditicos de pelo que
Sí.
dejan filtrar la luz y se ve un poquito también del rojo de atrás de pronto
Pero es que es
y
muy
por eso
raro
se
que se
siente
caiga,
como,
caiga ese mechón así. No, no
sí,
sé. Sí, ese, ahí vamos a ver cómo lo hacemos, pero se ve súper extraño.
pues brochazo y chao, ¿no?
Sí, señora.
No, pues
No,
sí,
pues sí, ya es
así haría yo porque me
de
da.
regaño pintado.
Em, let's see. Mm, em,
Are you good?
yeah, no, I'm trying to see where I was.
Mm.
Julián Cabrera was saying hello all. I'm
Hola,
late
Julián.
today. Hola Julián, ¿qué tal? Eh, ¿Cómo está Julián? ¿Cómo va todo? Uh, Liad was saying, ha ha ha, yes. If you are ever in a situation where there's no other food and you have to hunt, you have my blessing.
Thank you. The only time I would do it, Leah. I would honor and respect how you feel. Although you'd be long gone by then, because I'm thinking I'm the last person on earth. But I would still think about you and honor you in
Uh,
some way
let's see.
while I eat.
Omar Glitch was saying, does Danny ever paint on stream? No, I haven't. Liad was saying, Omar, she doesn't yet, but we're trying to peer pressure her into it.
Oh, best way to make Danny do something. Not.
And Omar was saying, yes, Danny should. She's so talented. Oh, that's so sweet, Omar. Thank you so much. But not for now. I'm happy to join everyone here.
You know, you
on the
could
new camera.
if you I know it would be a mess, but we could make it work. Like with this camera, if you open it up a little bit, like we could make two screens like same size, and you could just sit there and carve, and I could paint, and we could just talk.
We could see.
The only thing is it would be very hard for you, almost impossible, I would say, to
Yes.
keep up with the
Conversation.
chat. So
And because you know the formats in which I carve
yeah.
and in which I paint too.
No, but I think carving you could do. If I'm thinking, I think painting is a little more difficult for you. But I think carving, if you're just kind
Like
of
in
talking
of
and
the angle of the camera. you
yeah,
mean?
everything, and you feeling comfortable, just like because you don't have to be looking at anything. You just have to be looking at your piece, and that's it. You know, it's. I mean, well, it's essentially what anyone has to do when they're working, but But I'm thinking what could be comfortable for you. But if you want, whenever, like, you know that I'll help in it, as much as I can. I could even probably take care of the chat if you want that day.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
we
Because
just
now,
move the screen here.
I mean, I love you, but now you're putting pressure on me.
It's zero pressure. Like that was the least
No,
amount of pressure that I've ever
no.
like
Maybe someday,
exerted.
maybe someday, you're gonna be surprised because there's a live stream or a video of me, doing something. But
I'm afraid
not
to
for
say
today.
anything because it can be misinterpreted as pressure.
No, 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 no. You're being like super, super kind, and I know that you're saying it like in a very loving way, trying to make it easy if I want to do it. But I also think that I've spoke here about the different times we have approaching things. So I think the times in which you work fit perfectly for these kind of sessions because you're a fast painter or you're faster than I am.
Which means
So
nothing.
no, which means nothing. No, of course. I mean, that's not like saying that's better or worse. I'm just saying that that fits perfectly to the times of the live streams
You'd
that
be
we do.
surprised. People don't care about people being effective when they work.
So we'll see. But thank you, Amr. That's so so nice. Um, let's see. Um, so when Amr was asking if people were painting, uh, or working while the live stream,
Yeah.
Nikki Brooks was saying that they were working.
Yeah, cool.
Luca Guadagnino was saying I'm always drawing or painting while listening OPL.
That's
That's
awesome.
very cool. Um, let's see. Mm, Emily Painting Elk was saying I'm extremely lucky as I'm able to spend winters in the jungle mountains with a short hike to the beach. So think you would both if I think you would both love it. If you're ever near Sayulita, Mexico,
Hmm.
please reach out. Oh, we will, for sure. If we are near there. That's so kind, Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
Um
Packing our bags right now.
yeah, where
Yeah.
exactly in Sayulita,
Yeah. Could we
Emily?
Google Earth this very quickly?
um Emily was saying no air conditioning or Wi-Fi though. We are off the grid. We do have a big beautiful dog who scares away the snakes and jaguars though.
Okay, I have to think about it twice now, but thank you so much for the invitation.
You're like closing Google Earth. No, we're joking. We're joking.
I'm not.
Mm,
Oh, it has nothing to do with the snake. It has to do with the
air
Wi-Fi.
conditioning.
Yeah, at Wi-Fi and air conditioning. Yeah, goodbye.
um
We're kidding. We're kidding.
uh Robin Sita
Hmm.
was saying you already give so much away. There might be a question of the value to the folks who pay and whether you're able to stop being so generous as you are now.
I wonder how much. Like that's the thing. I don't know. Like I think we share kind of cool stuff and experiences, and we talk about them openly here. I wonder if people think that there's like so much more there than what we have here, what we offer here as company. And I would be scared if people felt disappointed that it was like, oh no, this is just like I paid for a session and it was like watching an OPL live. You know, I started to talk to Nicolas, and he ended up talking about Liverpool and ping pong and dinosaurs, which sounds like an amazing conversation, by
For
the way.
me, yeah. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Um Oh, so we have the name of
The next
Maybe
Bond.
baby
Dun,
number
dun,
3.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
So
What's their name?
Rosalind was saying her name is Elizabeth.
Oh,
I
Queen.
will campaign for Nicole as a middle name for sure. LOL.
Please.
And a heart emoji. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Nicole III.
Elizabeth is the name of my grandmother. You know that.
Course.
You call her Elisa.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Elizabeth here, but
I
exactly it's
I would say I'm betting. You know, I'm a betting man. I would say there's an Elizabeth in Rosalind's family also
yeah.
that they're referencing.
Is it?
So Rosalind, confirm this information, please. It's just that Elizabeth. I mean, it is a nice name, and for a young person, it's
I
like
think it's a
Elizabeth. It's a
beautiful
nice name.
name.
Liz. It's very nice, but it's also a name that makes a ton of sense when there's another Elizabeth before. So I'm gonna bet there's another Elizabeth.
But I don't know if in my grandma's case
Yeah.
there was another Elizabeth before, but there was an Elizabeth after, which is the mom of Kakero,
Yeah,
my aunt.
but I think like because it's not like a name in our native language,
Mm-hmm.
because it would be Isabel. It's not super common. So like for us to believe that this would be a name generations back, like it wouldn't be.
Rosalind was saying it's such a classy name.
It is a classic
Because
name.
and they were answering to Lychee, because Lychee Jelly Slug was saying, "Oh, Elizabeth is the name of my grandma too. It's a beautiful name. It is a very beautiful name." Paston was saying, "My daughter's name is Elisa," and Rosalind was saying, "Paston, that's so pretty."
That's what I call your grandma.
Yeah, you know, you're the first person who calls her
Really?
that. Yeah, I've never heard someone
So disrespectful?
calling her Elisa. Because Ellie, there was a time, I don't know why, I thought it was cool. I was like, Abu Eli, like
Oh,
abuelita, but abueli.
okay.
Um,
You would call her that?
abueli, yeah. Hola, abueli.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that
Doesn't
was like,
Not super smooth, but okay. I
um,
mean, she's your grandma. You could
I
call her
think that
whatever
was
you want.
my sister's nickname.
Of
That
course.
sounds like Abu Eli.
Of course, your sister.
I think that was her. Yeah.
She's so dominating. So dominating.
That sounds like a critique of your part. I
I
don't
mean,
think.
if the glove fits.
No, of
I'm
course
kidding.
no.
I'm kidding, by the way. Your sister's amazing.
Chapulín Colorado dice: Hola, hola, solo quería pasar a saludarlos. Que tengan un buen día.
Tan
Muchas
amable,
gracias,
muchas gracias.
Chapulín. Lo mismo para Chapulín. Robin was saying your workshop was very different than these daily paint sessions. Very invaluable.
Oh, thank you. Well, that one was so weird. It was
In the best way, I
yeah.
would say.
Yeah. Everyone showing up naked. It was so strange. So many things that were just
I love that.
a first for all of us.
I love if someone maybe. I mean, I would love if someone was just joining.
Yeah.
They
And
were
they're like, where do I sign up?
"What's that? No, no, thank you."
That's how people reacted.
Carla Anglada was saying, "I love the way it seems you're carving the chair with a brush and paint."
Oh, thank you. It's horrendous because I have to edit so much because I know myself and there's no way in this world that I'm gonna paint all the just all the carving that's in that chair. There's no way. But I have to even from this moment, I have to start to convince myself that there is a like a simpler way to approach it. You know that there's gonna be an approach that makes a little more sense. So even right now, as I'm doing these, I'm thinking like how I'm gonna paint them, when I have to put color on top, that's going to be a pain, I feel. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Mm, Torrijo Reyes dice un saludo Nick, increíbles como siempre.
Muchas gracias, muy amable.
RM dice Nico y Dani, un día se podría mostrar cómo preparan el papel para recibir óleo. Gracias.
Sí, pero creo que ha habido unos de estos, lo invitaríamos a chequear. Que la
Le
parte,
invitaríamos, sí.
sí, que la parte final, disculpa, que la parte final del,
Todo formal, tan lindo.
que la parte final del video estamos aplicando
Las capas del... Sí.
Sí, incluso creo que hay uno donde aplicamos 3 capas, de pronto.
Sí, sí. Creo que hay uno o hay dos.
Sí,
Sí,
sí.
sí. Son una de estas sesiones una de estas 3 sesiones. De estas pinturas de 3 sesiones, perdón. Entonces sí, RM busca la sección del dibujo de esa pintura y se va hasta el final del live stream. Ahí probablemente estemos haciendo, pues esté Nicolás haciendo preparando el papel con el imprimante acrílico. Elaine Shukri was saying, sorry, all have to run off to work now, in a sad face.
Oh, have a great day.
We'll catch your stream later this evening. Ciao, and have a good day.
Ciao, Bella. But although I think I'm done. I think so. I have to check and see if I would do anything differently. Maybe not.
Pierre Lawson at Tutu was saying, good job.
Thank you so much.
Victoria Cherry, when you were talking about the bees, was saying, sounds like a carpenter bee. They're cute and chunky and mostly harmless.
Oh, stop it. No way that's harmless.
Oh, but I have to say.
What's that?
I mean, in my defense.
Yeah.
The bee that was in the shower.
Yeah.
It was not.
Naked.
No, it was not.
Those are not harmless. Those could sting you.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
No, and we heard about. I mean, we were reading about people that were.
It can be fatal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it was like something out of this world. I've never seen a bee like that.
Not here. They're not. They're.
No.
That's why I knew. I was like, is that like one of those African bees that they're saying that came here?
And I had like a hair clip.
Yeah.
Right to the side of the bee when I took the picture. It looked so big. Right side to the clip. Do you remember that?
Yeah. No, because as soon as you showed me, I was like, yeah, that's not a native bee. Like no way in hell.
No, I was so afraid. Because I remember I looked down and I was like, what's that I have like in my canilla? How do you say that?
Canilla?
No, please.
Canilla.
Nicolas.
Shin.
In my shin. And then I saw like closely and it was like walking in my leg.
Yeah.
And I was panicking. I mean, I was like splashing. Yeah. Jimmy De Mello was saying hello from Kunming, 6:17 a.m. here. Hey, Jimmy.
From where?
Kunming.
Oh, could you check and see? Like,
Sure.
I love geography, but I also love feeling ignorant.
Kunming, it's a city in China.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's very cool.
I figured where it could be based on this and the time, but I didn't want to speculate.
And it looks beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, what's this? Look.
Oh, like a huge pavilion of something. We could ask them. Well, you could look at the picture and read
I'm
what it
sorry.
says.
You know me. I could be there.
Yeah.
Looking at pictures of places all day long.
Yes.
Uh,
So I think we're good.
Yeah, and last comment about the bee.
Yes, please.
HK Stash was saying they don't sting, only dive bomb at you.
Really? They don't have a stinger? I don't want to find out.
But I think, I mean,
They must sting, right? Not. Are there bees without a stinger? No. Don't tell me this. I've always figured they like every bee has a stinger.
mm, let's see.
That would shock me if there's a bee that doesn't sting.
Oh, but because I googled, can a bumblebee sting you?
Yeah.
And it says bumblebees can sting you.
Of course.
To avoid a painful sting,
Oh, that's
leave
all
the
I need to know.
bee.
That is all I need to know.
Mm,
They can sting you, and then to avoid a painful sting, which makes it sound like it's probably far worse than any other bee.
because they were saying they don't usually sting, but they
No.
can sting.
No, I'm good. Nope. Good. Check,
Mm,
please. Yeah. And I've been stung by like hornets. No, bees. No. First of all, I'm allergic. And second of all, no.
no, it hurts so bad.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I think um I wasn't stung by a bee,
You've never been stung
but
by a bee?
no. Yes, but I'm thinking one that I got like inside my elbow.
Yeah.
No, what?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, my elbow.
I just say yes always.
Codo, no?
Yeah, elbow.
Yeah,
That's.
I'm sorry. Inside my elbow, I'm losing my English.
Uh-huh.
And
And mine.
it was so painful.
Yeah.
So painful. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember I went to a water park
Yeah.
and I got sting when I was in the line
Yeah.
with my flotador,
Yeah. Floater.
floater.
Yeah.
I was like walking with the floater and I got sting in my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And it was swelling so bad because that time it was a bee, I remember, but the other one was an avispa.
Mm.
But yeah. Oh, but
Intelligent
look,
bee.
I think they were talking about carpenter bees
Okay.
because HK Stash was saying carpenter bees don't sting, that is, and Victoria Cherry was saying male carpenter bees don't have stingers. I
No way.
think.
Well, females do. That's all we need to know.
No, that's a joke again. I think you have terrible.
I'm sorry, but if she's saying that males don't, which means that females do. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're like females do.
Well, what does that mean?
Mm. But I don't know. Because I googled carpenter bee sting
Mm-hmm.
and it says carpenter bee stingers contain bee venom.
Yeah,
When a carpenter bee stings you, you'll
You die.
immediately feel a sharp pain and a
Yeah.
burning sensation
in your heart.
at the side of the sting
Mm.
and the surrounding
just a
area of the
sting.
skin.
Okay.
You
yeah.
know what
You're
happened?
describing a sting.
Last anecdote.
Okay.
I was once in the Parque del Café
Mm-hmm.
and I was eating shaved ice
No, that's always attracting bees.
with condensed milk.
Attracts bees
Yeah,
doubly.
but I was I don't know, maybe 8.
Teen.
No, 8. And I was eating it and I felt that something like landed in my lip.
Oh.
And my uncle
Yeah.
was like, don't move. And I was like so scared because I saw like my mom's face, my uncle's face,
Yeah.
everyone's face. And I was so afraid because it was like taking the sweet of the condensed milk from the mouth.
Yeah, kind of like how we
But
met.
I had like semi opened my mouth. So I was super afraid. And my uncle took the cigar
Yeah?
he was smoking.
He blew some smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he put like the smoke and
Yeah.
it went away. But I was so afraid because he was there for a long time.
Well, you
Like, they were
you
like-
kept you cool. That's
No.
good.
Well, I was crying, but I was like petrified and crying.
Okay.
So I
you
did
were
what I
shocked
had
then.
to. But yeah. So
Great anecdote.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I think we're done, Daniel Ira.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This looks like fluttering little. That this is no like shape as a little branch with like some foliage with some leaves. I wonder when do leaves become foliage? Like, is it like how many? More than 100?
Mm.
Maybe. Maybe. Um. So I gotta give. I have to figure out how these shapes are gonna work. I mean, I'm still thinking that it has to like kind of dissolve to the corner. But
I don't know. It says a representation of leaves.
I know. But how many? Like, if there's 4 leaves, could I call it foliage?
The aggregate of leaves of one or
Aggregate.
more plant.
Aggregate. Yeah, the word would be aggregate.
A cluster of leaves.
Cluster. How do you define a cluster? Anyways, um, so we have these, which are still not cluster-like. Um, so yeah, I have to figure out those. Let's see. I don't mind this dark, even though it's a bit too dark, but probably needs to be softer edge or something. Um, we have that, which is fine. This, which kind of frames your portrait. This, which I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm horrified of trying to paint that. The leaves in shade plus some cast shadow of some leaves that are up here off painting. I think the shapes of light in your face already suggest sunlight, so
Yes, they do.
I think I'm okay with that. I think if we're disciplined enough, we could follow these shapes and we could say sunlight. I'm wondering what I should paint this painting with, like in terms of palette. Not like super sure. Cause I think all this molding, like this wood molding, I mean, it's very tempting to just have a bright yellow to paint some of those. I mean, it's not all bright yellow. That's the thing. It's only like in some places. And I would be curious to see if I could make a good job, if I could use my small palette or even like smaller. I mean, I would be missing the greens though, but I'm curious to see if I could push it with a regular kind of Zornish palette, which I adore. To push the light, the sense of sunlight.
So you're considering that
Yeah,
or that plus bismuth yellow?
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And well,
Which could be both.
yeah, you're
Very
actually
interesting.
right. Like the bismuth wouldn't, like Zorn plus bismuth, I
Mhm.
think wouldn't be that weird because I can get some nice greens with bismuth and black.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can do that.
Mm.
Maybe we can do that. But I have to be, I don't know if I want to use a ton of bismuth in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Well, but you don't have to
Do anything.
use like a ton of it.
I know, but as soon as I start like using it, it's like a snowball. I think like if you have a taste, it's like, oh, you start using it too much.
So would you rather use it?
The
Would
mountains.
You rather,
Yeah, I've already
Would
said
you-
the mountains.
Would you consider using it just in the chair?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
wood frame?
yeah,
As
probably.
you did with the
green.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
Which
so.
I think it's very cool. If you can
It's
like
actually warmer, but
if you could integrate that, it would be
yes,
very cool.
I think so. I think we could do this. I still have some drawing issues here that I need to work out, but overall, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think we're
And
gonna do okay.
Jody was asking,
Jody.
but
Yes.
but you would keep the ochre even with the bismuth?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's almost like you push with the ochre as far as you can, and when you need that little bit extra to get past that little hump, you then, kind of call in the bismuth.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be like a super disciplined use because if you just if you use it just for a little section, and if you don't control it really, really well, it's going to look like an eyesore. It's going to look like a color that does not belong. Like it was just summoned for like a tiny little thing, but then it throws all your relationships off. So I have to be very, very, very careful, very intelligent about how I use it if I'm going to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we just need it for like tiny little moments, but that's it. But we're not going to abuse it. Just to extend the palette just a little bit, and maybe if it is in some of the golden little bits in sunlight, and if you can sense the yellowness there, then the greenness that is going to come from bismuth and black will feel less kind of jarring
Mm-hmm.
than if you had Zorn plus now than thinking like abstractly Zorn plus a very bright yellow plus some greens that were kind of totally out of its range.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be, mindful, let's say, and just go slow. I feel that's going to
Mm-hmm.
be key. But that's going to be tomorrow. I
Yes.
feel tomorrow, I mean, because the molding here is kind of complicated, and I'm 100% sure this is not going to be like a Meissonier. Like, I wish I could paint this like Fortuny or like Meissonier or like Boldini. I cannot paint it like that. Like, that's crazy. Um, but I'm going to try to do my best at hinting what that molding feels like. Like, so I have to be selective. You know how I chose my little accents here? Just to say, okay, where are my darker darks? Where is it kind of twirling? This probably has a name, fluting or something. This little shape. I'm sure woodworkers have a name for this thing that kind of curls, but I don't know it. This is like very shell like. Um, but these, I'm sure they have names. Uh, but I love those. I love those as like beats. It's like one here, one, this small one here, small one here, another one. Kind of mirrors here. That's where my drawing issues are starting. Like, I have to do this in perspective a little bit better. Just have these two feel like they're the same, but they're just different. Different sides of the opposing hemispheres,
Mm-hmm.
opposing what do you call that? Mirroring hemispheres. Uh, so I need to do this a little bit better. Same with here, although because it turns differently, because it's like um, if you follow my hand, it's like this bit of wood. It's like this, then the chair goes, and this one just kind of
Mm-hmm.
waves
Like
up a little bit
curves.
higher, so
Yeah.
you actually see the side plane.
Yeah.
So it's actually doing maybe this, which is a very weird shape for that chair, but it's very cool. That's how it kind of nestles you in. But yeah, I think my bigger problem it's not. I don't know if in the contour. I think the contour is fine, but here's the problem with this little shape here.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to do that better tomorrow. But I don't know if I'm gonna get to paint those things tomorrow. Maybe I can block them in, and by blocking them in is like I'm just gonna scrub some color on top and have some of the underdrawing show through, underdrawing slash underpainting show through. But tomorrow, let's see if we could do this, and if I could do the portrait and little bits on the chair, just so that I can get that relationship. So meaning the portrait, I probably also have to at least just put some color here just to know that these relationships are going to be fine. Like, I have to
Yeah.
not just paint this, but I have to see all of these, like
Mm.
this kind of stripe. So this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this.
Mm-hmm.
If I can see that, then I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of know,
Where it's going.
yeah, what the bottom of the painting, what the base of the painting looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can kind of grow from there. Because I'm also thinking, now that I'm looking at it, I think these are too dark. I mean, they are dark in my image, but I much rather have them as, yes, darker shapes. This is like foliage in shade, but I think these are too stark. Like, the contrast here is too stark.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if we go from a more contrasty base, and then it kind of goes into this sort of glistening golden thing,
Mm-hmm.
with this molding, with this wood, and then it just, kind of fades into these weird, um, um, leaves, I think it's going to feel regal. It's going to feel really cool. You got to make it work, though. We have to make it work. But that would involve just shifting some of the values here in this. Because I think if this bottom part starts to compete with a stripe, with a thicker kind of stripe in the top, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have like a bar here that has like your obvious point of interest, and then your eye just constantly shifting up, down. You know, I want you to go immediately to the bottom and then kind of fizzle up top, and then go back to the bottom. But not bounce around like crazy. I don't think that's a good. I don't think that's good use of value in composition. So that's going to be tomorrow. Well, tomorrow and probably day after. So we'll see.
We are happy to be here.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yes.
Remember,
Just
we have a
yes
webpage. So down you can see our social media, our Instagram, and our webpage if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Remember also, I don't know if you knew that, but there's a subscribe button.
Yeah.
So if you want to hang around with us for the live streams, or if you want to subscribe so you can... What?
No.
Oh. Or if you want to subscribe, just to remember that we have 400 videos.
Oof,
or more than 400 edited videos.
That's nonsense.
I hope. So they can maybe appear in your front YouTube
Danny, you're
page.
like you're in the weeds now.
Subscribe if you want to. If you feel like you want to.
You went to your grandma's and
a little bit more.
Never left the jungle.
I'm lost. Yeah.
Yeah. You need a machete for all of this.
We're happy to be here.
We're so happy.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
We will.
We would be very happy if you could join us tomorrow.
Yes.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Nailed it, Danny.
Bye, everyone. I'm going to win in the ping tonight.
I don't think so. Succinct. I don't know if we're playing.
Thanks, everyone. We are.
Succinct.
Thanks, everyone.
To the point. Genius.
Bye, everyone.